this document basically is the most damning of the documents that are out there. There was also a recent document released, like, there's like a part two release of this yesterday, but we're gonna just go over part one, okay? Just a reminder, we went over the document that was documenting like the abusive nature of the last year that their child Spawn was living with them. And you can see again, it was very, very controlling environment. Zena was constantly terrible to Spawn. Almost seems like Zena was threatened by them, felt threatened by them. So, tipster people? Oh my god. Star, these are tipster people. You've got to be kidding me. Cannot be serious, Mad Max. Our friend Gayfesh. That's a phrase you don't want to say. Damn. But yeah, thank you so much, Arellen, for the gifted memberships. Is this the same Poppy that had an incident with Vosh? No, different Poppy. Completely different Poppy. Not to sound virtue signaling, but the worst part of this is I imagine their audience skews on the younger side. I would bet as much, yeah. So, Radical Priestess, this is not the same Poppy. This is a different Poppy. Unsurprisingly, these two come from, like, the same part of the internet that Vosh is in. But Vosh has never, like, publicly collaborated with these people or publicly interacted with them, from what I can tell. And it seems like a lot of people in Vosh's side of the internet have actually disavowed these people. But basically, they are a couple that has been accused of abusive behavior. Just a second. So, we're gonna go over this like, document, and then I have been sent a couple of news articles on one of these people, and I think it'll be a good read for us. Poppy paid Vosh to tell her happy birthday, and it's a short on their channel. No way, Vodka. That's so funny. I'm playing the first Dragon's Dogma, and every few seconds, instead of yelling at my game, I'm over here yelling at the two dumb purple coconuts. Oh my god. Okay. Title of this document is "This Isn't Polyamory, It's Poppyamory." Okay, I'm gonna hide the stream chat now, okay? Where's the stream chat? Okay. Whoops. Wait, what did I do? Did I delete? Whoops. Okay. Yeah. Well, I just deleted the window. Just a second. I'm a idiot. Okay, here we go. This isn't polyamory, it's poppyamory. Okay. Ever since learning of Poppy and Zena's existence, I've noticed I've needed to shower more. Jesus Christ. Okay. This isn't polyamory, it's poppyamory. TM. Proof of Zena and Poppy's emotional abuse of Noehflake leading up to the trip, and how they coerced and abused her into going on the trip even after she expressed not being interested in continuing the relationship. Remember, Noehflake is somebody that Poppy accused of by deception. This is how they can practice consent in private. October stream about personal drama. The now hidden clip from their stream in October about how poppyamory works. It's half an hour, but if you want to see what they had to say in public, it's pretty revealing. Yeah. Okay. Twitter. October. You know, philosophically, I love spoilers. They're wonderful creatures and not always dangerous. Oh, not spoilers, sorry. You know, philosophically, I love spiders. They're wonderful creatures and not always dangerous to humans. Can be cute pets. However, there's a deep fear rooted in the narrow marrow of my bones, and it wants to flee the country when I see a big one in person. Noehflake replies, I will hold them and carry them away for you. Miss April Dawn, you haven't missed much. We are just starting to go over the first part of this Noehflake document. Then Amy replies, he, only the time... the only time I'm fine with them is when someone else is terrified of them because one of us has to be useful. Good to know. I won't have to. Noehflake says, I love spiders, lol. Amy says, oh, I know. You weren't the reason for this post, but you did come into mind, Lamau. Noe says, I always come to mind, but good to know. And then Amy says, you do come to mind quite a lot. And then Poppy replies, oh, like, think of her a lot. Poppy replies, no, I shouldn't interact with you. Poppy says, love getting a panic attack by running into a metamour. This is what Poppy defined in that video we just watched. So Noe, I guess, was kind of just being flirty with Amy. And Poppy saw this interaction on Twitter. And Poppy already got upset by it. A metamour. So just so we know the vocabulary here, just so we know the vocabulary here, metamour is a term related to non-monogamy that refers to your partner's partner. Whether or not you're interested in meeting your metamours is a personal decision for each individual and each polycule. Wanting or not wanting to meet a metamour are both valid decisions. Yeah, partner of my partner. So already Poppy, and one of her alters, I guess, one of her alternate Twitter accounts, she gets triggered by seeing this interaction between Noehflake and Amy. Love getting a panic attack by running into a metamour. And Poppy quote tweets herself saying, I have very real trauma around interactions with metamours. Today did not make that better. I worked off to fix the situation and the other partner acts like a child. Bridge burned. Seriously, fuck you guys. Going forward, due to said trauma, I think I'm going to be very hesitant to interact with or know very much about any of my partner's partners. I also do not want to hear about my past situations beyond safety. I do not want to hear about past situations beyond safety behavior. These are hard boundaries. Additional screenshot, Poppy's odd treatment of Sage's suicidal/depressive episodes. May is in reference to Sage's attempt. I think I was right in May. Poppy says, love, please stop. This isn't cool. And then Sage says, sorry for the inconvenience. Dude, Poppy is not only like trans. Poppy is one of these people who has alters and believes they have like multiple personalities. It's just such a show. Like the only thing we can do is like really make fun of these people, you know? Oh my God. There's so much stuff. Snickersnack is a beast. Which is the therapist? Poppy. Poppy is the one who has like a bunch of alters. That has nothing to do with being trans. That's an unrelated thing. I know it's an unrelated thing. I'm thankful my parents smacked me as a kid. It's just people like this make the community look so bad. And I know that they're not the normal, but because they're so loud and out there, like they make the community look so bad. And you know, they have access to other vulnerable people, right? They have access to other vulnerable people because guess who's going to be most vulnerable and most easy to take advantage of? Other people who have home lives, who have families who disown them, who have personal issues that they're dealing with, intense internal struggles. And, you know, a lot of trans youth really fall into that. A lot of trans youth fall into those categories, you know? Who knows better about being abandoned by family than like the trans community, right? Like, you know, it's just people like this have so much access to impressionable people who have nothing else in their lives. And I was talking about this yesterday, you know, back in the early 2000s, our parents would always tell us, like, you got to be careful of people on the internet. They can take advantage of you. They can, you know, become predators. They can predate on you. And the sad thing is the people who are getting taken advantage of in these situations are often people who didn't have parents who were telling them that, or they currently don't have their parents in their life. So very sad. So anyways, continuing. Penny Diabolique, another personality of Poppy, says, watching my headmate try to sabotage her relationship is painful. She knows better. I know she knows better. She knows better, but it is a compulsion. She is trying to prove her partner doesn't love her. Please don't fall for it, little moth. Oh, Madeline, we're really in the shit again. Noehflake says, I would never fall for it. No worries, pretty shark. Penny says, good moth, I miss you. Please reach out if you need help with Poppy. We all love you. Then this is another alter by Poppy. Well, it was too good to last. My nice calm and relaxation for my edible, plus talking to my partner who is away, has faded. Now there is just this background hum of anxiety. Intrusive thoughts about people I love in other people's bed isn't fun, but I'm getting through this. That's pretty convenient that Poppy created a Twitter account for each multiple personality. Good online presence. Wait, are they talking about Poppy's alter about Poppy? Broadband furries, all of them? Yeah, they're furries too. Poppy's a furry too, as if the alter wasn't enough. When I talk about intrusive thoughts, it feels like people wonder what is so bad about seeing two people. Imagine a closed-eye mini fever dream with a person you love banging someone you do not recognize but are primordially scared of. And then this Sage person is like one of Poppy's partners, right? Sage tweets out, I hate having to mute people I care about because their posts trigger every insecurity and fear I have. Makes coming here so much less enjoyable, and I feel like for not being able to just be happy for them and feeling resentment instead. Maybe I'm just bad at this. Maybe the end result is I'm gonna have to just set a hard boundary on certain interactions from here on out because living like this is super tiring. Then Poppy says, no, you have BPD. I have a partner muted right now, so I can't see vacation pics. I get it. Sage says, doesn't make me feel less like. Then Poppy says, same, I literally am beating myself up because I can't look at Noehflake's timeline without it being digital self-harm. Do what you need to do. You are not or weak. You're a person with BPD that I want to survive, goddammit. Maybe don't be poly if your partner having other partners hurts you that bad. Yeah, seriously. I had to meet my partner in DMs for an hour. I'm not in a great headspace. I just found out that a friend betrayed me, and every message just keeps bringing up intrusive thoughts of either what she's doing, more of her other partner sitting over her shoulder. I don't understand that tweet. Ideations now. Love that for me. The desire to disappear because I had to make a boundary temporarily and silently because voicing it out loud would have been too painful. Man, poly is too much for me. I can barely handle one woman. Yeah. I rarely get to be the fun partner. I'm too serious, passionate, and sensitive. It sucks because too many of my convos turn serious because BPD gets triggered. Okay, another one. Back at it again. Remember, 1, try not to be clingy. 2, remember that she's coming back and is in love with you. 3, you trust her. 4, she's willing to work with you and she supports you. 5, speak up about needs. Do not obfuscate. Lady Diabolic then tweets, one of the things that makes BPD so hard is the self-loathing. I hate feeling this way. I hate that I question my partner's motives, nitpick every thing, and can feel rejection at the drop of a hat. All I can hope is that my partners love me and don't hate me. It's not really my thing, but good morning to everyone who celebrates it. This bitch uses the word boundary too much and it's never used properly. Yeah, it's wild. This should say mute. Poppy had to mute her partner because she didn't want to go into a black split. Damn it, proofread. I'm thankful for my pretty little moth, Noehflake. I don't even know where to begin. I love you so much. This has been the definition of a whirlwind romance, and despite my mental illness, you have hung in there and supported me in every way possible. God, you mean the world to me. Imagine getting all of these notifications from these mix of like different personalities or whatever, supposed different personalities. My partner is catching pipe and I'm crying while jerking off. Hit send. Yeah, wow. Wild. BPD is like a Pokemon for these people. Gotta catch all those abusive tendencies. Okay. I am deeply thankful for Zena. They are my best friend and one of the most important people in my life. I don't think I would be alive right now without them. It's their love and inside and wisdom that keeps me here and stable. I love you, my bunny. I am thankful for my pretty little moth, Noehflake. I don't even know where to begin. I love you so much. This has been the definition of a whirlwind romance, and despite my mental illness, you've hung in there and supported me in every way possible. God, you mean the world to me. I'm thankful for my partner, Autumn. Even just the occasional heart or message means a lot to me. You cheer me up when I'm struggling. You are always honest and direct with me. I'm so glad that we connected. I care so much for you. I'm thankful for my partner, Sage Alexis. I know we're in a weird place right now. We've had to endure the abuses of so many people, right? People we thought were friends. No matter how we shift, I want you in my life, and I'm thankful for you being here. I love you. I am thankful for a new friend and potential partner, Mally Alley. You are so sweet and so kind. You bring light to every room you walk in and make me feel so much better about myself. I wish I could see me the way you see me. I look forward to introducing you to my family today. I'm thankful for Hanging Wednesday, one of my dearest and oldest friends, as well as everybody in another part of Michigan who I get to see today. You are all my found family. I love you all so much. December. Okay. Poppy tweets out, if you say you love someone, but then try to protect the person who hurt/abused them, regardless of who they are, your love is conditional. Sometimes you have to draw lines in the sand. Then she tweets from another account, I have never been so angry. The data doesn't line up. If someone wanted to get a hold of Poppy, they have thousands of ways. This suggests they didn't try. If the timeline doesn't match up, they are either wrong or lying. Why does everyone get the benefit of the doubt but us? And then she quote tweets herself from another Twitter account. Can't calm down, Sharko. Like, we're all mad, but it will be okay. I have faith in her. Noehflake will hear us. It will just take time, and stop posting to Twitter. Like, what is this? Why are these posted publicly? These are private messages? I don't know, dude. This is so weird. I fucked that up. You don't say. I have a video date tonight with a lady who's very special to me, and she might be wearing the dress about her. And hopefully on the weekend of the 22nd through 25th, I can take her out of it. Gross. I fucked that up is quote tweeted. So last night during my date, one of my headmates decided to use this as an opportunity to go off instead of visiting our partner, which completely tired everyone out and fucked the mood. I'm so angry. It sounds like she's just using headmates as like a way to excuse her own behavior. Anyways, I made a huge mistake. So last night during my date, I'm so angry, whatever. 4 days, 1 hour, 36 minutes until Friday when I leave with Zizi to go see Noehflake for Christmas. Me looking at her. Hey, Noehflake, 3 days, 11 hours, 38 minutes until I have to leave to come see you. Some cringe poem. Well, she used one of her headmates to claim that leaving her was equal to abandoning a child, so, oh my god, dude. Hey, Noehflake, 2 days, 5 hours, and 11 minutes to go until we leave to come see you. Headmates, so Chase, headmate is basically what she's referring to as, like, she believes she has alters, so headmates are, like, kind of like roommates, but, like, headmates, you know? That's how it is. Anyways. Poppy says here, I love you, Noehflake. What is this picture? Why would you send this? You have crazy eyes in this picture. Etsy was having sales on Black Friday, and I don't know why, but this piece of sterling silver Luna Moth called out to me. No idea why. Winky face. Liked it so much I bought two, but the other one is going to someone special and should be arriving any day now. With at Noehflake. Okay, before the trip. So we've been gone for a minute. Toxic situations. Mental, I don't know. Jesus Christ. So this is the stream in question. Okay, let's see.
We are alive.
Oops.
We're also very gay.
So just so you guys know some context here. 12:20 DMs after stream. That's lame. Apparently we were on stream and I was vaguely talking about how happy I was with my new relationship as well as the mental illness I've been dealing with. Apparently Sage saw this and got super triggered and started having ideations. So we had to check to see if she was safe. And she is, but apparently my ex, Melina, a friend of ours, and told them before anyone else knew that Sage was safe. We have no idea how she got that information from any of us, or for any of us. Weird. Yeah, it irritates me. I kept things vague on stream, but Melina is harping saying that I am ignoring Sage for you, and I caused this, which I did not. I have no idea, love. No worries, it's just more nonsense. I'm focusing on the positive, getting to snuggle you. Wait, so like why is Poppy entitled to comfort from her partners, but when her partner has the same issue and it has like a panic attack over hearing about the metamours or whatever you call it, Poppy is completely unsympathetic towards them. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Channel updates, harassment, ideations, mental illness, relationship issues. You don't need to share everything online.
So you're probably wondering where we've been for 2 months, and
I'm wondering where we've been.
Good point. So one of the things that we are cognizant of is the fact that we basically have been gone for quite a while, and there's probably a lot of people asking questions as to why was the channel content slowed down so far, and what was going on with us at the time, because we were being...
Well, they do look a little bit cleaner here. That's only because only Poppy matters, of course. This drama is so convoluted and crazy.
Very vague on social media. And so to talk about that, I have to talk about a couple concepts. One of the things I need to bring up is that...
Dude, Zena talks about IBS on stream. They overshare everything. Wow.
I am poly, as is Zizi.
Yes.
And while Zizi doesn't pursue a large number of partners, they prefer to hang out and educate and take care of baboos and do that fun stuff. I tend to date a decent number of people, and I have 4 partners and 1 or 2 playmates. One because of one of the people I'm already playing with, and another one...
4 partners and 1 or 2 playmates.
Wants to be a maid to my house while certain things are happening. Moving on. Anyway, the point being is that because of that, usually I'm able to handle this stuff pretty okay, because my borderline definitely gets triggered. There's definitely difficulties with it, but for the most part, I'm able to handle it and deal with it. The only person that's not true with up until the last 4 months, was Zizi, because Zizi is an FP. For those who don't know, in borderline personality disorder, which I am diagnosed with, there is a concept called FP, and that refers to favored person. And what this is, the idea is that there's a person who, for whatever reason, matches your psychology, matches...
What is babu? This whole drama segment needs a glossary. I'm assuming it's like a way of saying baby or something. I don't know. Why is she calling them playmates? Like this is the bunny ranch or daycare. Ew. Because I guess they're just there to...
Your way of thinking, your internal narratives. And what ends up inevitably happening is you build a very, very quick connection with this person. Now, sometimes this can be a relative, sometimes it can be a friend, but where it gets really intense is when it is someone that you love, someone that you are romantically interested in. then it becomes a thing. It's borderline. Fear of abandonment, extreme mood swings, unstable relationship, impulsive, self-destructive tendencies, unstable self-image, self-harm, paranoia, dissociation, chronic feelings of emptiness. One of the things that happened about 5 months ago, is I started talking to a girl that I've had a crush on for about a year. And this girl was somebody that I occasionally checked in on and just thought she was beautiful. She was a trans girl, and I thought she was absolutely radiant. And I literally was like, oh, I'm just not going to shoot my shot, because I am going to be very disappointed. Because a lot of very popular girls on Twitter have disappointed me for various reasons, either because they are incredibly weird about borderline, or for various reasons just don't seem to want to engage or whatnot. And so what happened is that I took my chance right around when I got bottom surgery, a little bit before, which was back in August. And around September 4th, I had been asking back and forth, hey, you know, I want to date you. I really think you're beautiful. I think you're wonderful. I want to get to know you more. I know you have X number of other partners. I'm fine with that, but I really want to be with you. And so this person went to their other partners and proceeded to, you know, talk to them, see what they're, you know, how they felt. They were fine.
Go through that polycules protocols.
Yeah, and long story short, well, not a polycule, because I think the other people aren't with each other, but basically, long story short,
at least
is
group of poly people.
Yeah, a poly.
Okay, so just to using a BPD as an excuse for everything when you're 30 plus is wild amount. Yeah, it's crazy. It's very crazy. How do people keep up with multiple partners? No shame at all, but I have one spouse, and even thinking about more is exhausting. Yeah, I agree with you, Ice Beans. I could never do multiple partners. We're just gonna, dude, we just have to, the only thing we can do is just like laugh at this, because it's so crazy. It's like even coming down to the people who wrote the docs on these people. Like, it's funny to me that the people who wrote the documents on these two don't even realize how outrageous this is, how outside of the normal bounds of like society these people are, right? Like, that is especially hilarious to me, is that they have no idea. Like, the average normie looking at this shit is weirded out, you know? Like, it is so outside. Like, metamour, what the fuck kind of term is that? The fact is, works, like, what is going on? There's just so much. The fact that we need to even understand what type of relationship they have, and understand that there's like a whole subculture to this, and that they're part of some fringe online group with fringe political beliefs, and they have a fringe way of doing their relationship, and they have BPD, and they have ADHD, and they have this, and they have that, and this all affects their relationship. Like, even if they didn't do anything wrong, it would still be something hilarious to look at. Any normie trans person would look at this and be like, what the like, what life are you living? You know? It's just, it's incredible. It really is incredible to me. 500 reasons why it's never their fault. Yeah, and trust me, we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. Like, we're just going over, like, kind of this person's documentation of the reasons why they find Poppy kind of abusive. Like, there's some super funny stuff. I cannot believe that this just keeps getting longer. Like, the information we have about Poppy. So, not only are they abusive to their kid, they're abusive to their partners. Not only do they believe they have alters, they have a Twitter account for every single one of them. Not only do they have a Twitter account for every single one of their alters, they blame every bad interaction they have on one of their alters. Not only do they do that, they also have BPD, right? Like, it's so long. It's so long. There's so much here. And I feel like it just keeps getting more and more. They have play partners? What is the play partner? Are you Hugh Hefner? What is going on? How come none of the alters is named Bob, Jake, or Mitchell? I don't know. It's like they're in an online sitcom, LOL. You couldn't make this character up. I can't believe this person is real. It's hard to believe they're able to provide professional therapy. How did they get through a master's program? Did an alter take one test and another alter take another test? How did you study with all these alters floating around in your head? Alters duking it out on Twitter. Zena, what the f***, run, girl? Yeah. What the f***? The internet has allowed freaks to find each other too easily. And abuse each other. Exactly. She should never be someone's therapist. That's legit scary. I am literally just thinking about, like, the person who has court mandated therapy, and, like, shows up to the appointment and finds this person.
Network, whatever. But the point being is that what inevitably ended up happening is they decided it was fine. I got to start dating the girl I've had a crush on for over a year, and it was very, very nice. And there have been some missteps because this person became an FP. Now, with most borderline people, you get one, but there are cases in which some people will get two. And so feelings of disconnection from either Zena or this other person will cause me to get into panic attacks, things like that. It is not fun. And because of some of the early missteps in the relationship, such as, a boundary being missed, not intentionally, just being missed, going into a lot of detail about previous experiences, which is something that's a trigger for me, bringing up too much information about partners or interactions can be really rough. Bringing up, desires that come up because of BPD, like there's a tendency to overly fantasize about the future, bringing that to the person, and the other person sort of doesn't interact with it great.
Or rebuffs.
Who would?
Yeah, and so the problem is like none of these are on her. These are things that most people would do.
This is what happened after Reagan. Oh god, dude. She's still bitching about being into polyamory. I guess, yeah. This is apparently relevant to the document. So there's this, so she's like talking about going to see Noehflake, Is this FP thing actually real? It sounds a lot like twin flame. FP is a real term that they use for like BPD people, yeah. They have a favorite person. And this Poppy is claiming to have 2 FPs now.
Never even think of.
Well, and refresher for borderline too. Borderline really, really does have to do with abandonment. That is a really big core thing about it. And that can be real or perceived. Both count, and both will bring up very, very extreme emotions about that. It is pretty well known that like a lot of times with like mood and emotion, a lot of borderline people with borderline feel that very intensely. Like if the max that that the general population might feel is like a 10, your person with borderline might be at like an 11. And that's just all the time. Like there's a lot of really big intense emotion, which
Outsanity, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Very much appreciate it, by the way.
You can kind of see demonstrated throughout like
Every issue she's ever had, she's never like, I need to work on that. It's just, that's how it is, and everyone needs to deal with it and walk on eggshells for me. Yeah, Jesus.
Picture that Poppy shared. And
long story short is that I had never had this situation happen before. I have never had another partner who became an FP. So having 2 FPs suddenly threw me for a loop because all of the personal work that I'd done over the last 15 years didn't feel as effective. And again, none of this was ZZ's fault. None of this was anyone else's fault. It just kind of was. One of the major...
Again, it sounds like you shouldn't be in a poly relationship if it's that hard for you to deal with having a favorite person.
Reasons why we've been away.
So do ADHD have that? ADHD has what, Mad Max?
Is that over the last 2 months, starting in November, my partner went to the other side of the country to visit another partner, one who, due to a mistake done early on, had been coded in my brain as unsafe, which, again, I don't believe that's actually true, but that's the way my brain coded it. The last 2 months have been hell.
A lot of chaos.
Not because of anyone's fault, but because dealing with 2 FPs who may get into conflict, which then causes me to feel torn in half, and not to mention a bunch of other things, ended up bringing up some really, really difficult emotions. A lot of feelings of worthlessness, a lot of feelings of being unworthy, a lot of, I'll be honest, desire for self-harm and suicidal ideations. There was
rejection sensitivity. Oh, okay. She 100% shouldn't be. She gets very pissed when talking about how people don't have a right to tell her she shouldn't be poly. That is wild. I think she's just not built for it, and that's okay.
There was a couple times during this last couple months where there was a legitimate concern that I might harm myself. So much so that the 2 firearms we own were moved to a friend's house. And again, I don't put this on either of my partners. I don't put this on any of my friends. I haven't had to deal with a new FP, a new favorite person, in 7 years, 6 or 7 years since I started with ZZ. And I ended up being in a really, really rough situation where, the girl of my dreams, essentially, I was afraid that I would lose her at any moment. And especially during this trip, I've talked about this on the channel before, but a lot of people here are new, so I'll just reiterate this, is I have trauma around people dying. In 2004, my partner, my wife, was riding a horse. She was an expert rider, had done dressage, I think is the word. And what ended up happening was she was just riding slowly down the street, didn't have a helmet on because she didn't think she needed one. Again, they were just walking the horses slowly on top of them. And a dog ran out of someone's property, scared the horse, knocked her down, hit her head, and she never woke up again. and then suffered brain death 5 days later, leaving me a widower and leaving me with a 4-year-old. I have very real trauma and memories around what I saw when I got to that road and saw what was all over it, and it was not great. I won't go into details. When I get paranoid about my relationships because of BPD, it doesn't just come up as a fear of, in some way, the person cheating on me or leaving me. Sometimes I'm just actively afraid they're going to die.
Well, and your brain actually has
data points to prove it.
Yeah, data points to prove it, and also like memories of what a loved one.
Everyone has trauma from people dying. It's common. Yeah, this is not special. I think that is the word. Bro, that's just anxiety. Yeah.
Dying looks like. It can almost, I think, be more, just as difficult as the times where your brain's coming up with like fantasies. Or not, I don't want to say like, not like the good kind of fantasies, but like usually I think we say intrusive thoughts. It is somewhat of a different game when you are dealing with a way that your brain has a way to kind of make fears come real. Or feel as real as possible.
Yeah. So
yeah, no reason to take it out on your kid. Like, you don't think the kid was traumatized too by losing their mother?
That came up was that between this trip, which I want to be really clear, my partner was amazing for. We ended up creating some relationship accommodations. There were regular calls, which unfortunately led to some fights with ZZ, but that happens. What ended up happening is, what I'm trying to convey here is not looking for necessarily sympathy for my wife. I mean, this was a long time ago. We're literally next year, it'll be 20 years. So when I say that I'm not as affected by that as I once was, I mean it. The issue I have is that
I was left with a kid. Your kid was also left with no mom. Lamau, yeah. I had a friend overdose and die in front of me, and shockingly, I don't use that as an excuse for abusing others. Yeah.
Now this stuff comes into my current relationships, especially with FPs. And so this week that I went through was hell. But my partner stayed with me and worked with me, and ZZ, when they were able to, were supportive, and we got through it. But over the last 2 months, this prompted some other things to happen. One of my partner's partners was supposed to block me after the whole kerfluffle at the beginning of the relationship. It was decided just to keep me separate from the other ones because I just didn't feel safe with them. And so I said, just block me, I'll block you. We're just going to be mutually blocked. We can try to fix it later.
Well, and BPD is very, very good at the impulsive stuff, and some of the other different ways that like comparing yourself to others can come up for BPD.
In fact, going onto other people's social media, looking at their pictures, things like that can easily start turning into digital self-harm. And so I had asked for all these people to block me because I wanted the other number of partners to not have access to me. And
for you to not have a bad moment either and go searching their stuff.
Well, what happened was one of the people in question never blocked me. And
I support going back to the time when we just called people freaks and laughed at them. Oh, these people are actually, they are absolutely freaks. They didn't tell the story of how they got that nickname, but they did tell a story of how they called the kid a slur until they were 10. Wait, what? YBE? It's so hard to believe these people are real. Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Lied about it. And I ended up just going with it because I didn't want to cause another fight.
How dare they not block you? Yeah. How about you just block them? Take some agency into your hands.
And so this created an unfortunate problem where I was still seeing this, and then when I was in a really bad moment at night, I ended up continually going to this person's stuff, looking at stuff where they were interacting with my partner, seeing them be romantically interactive, getting really triggered, yada, yada, yada. It was not fun. I ended up making the ideations worse because I know of the story, the kerfluffle that created this whole thing. It ended up being a big trigger for me and bringing up intrusive thoughts. The reason why I don't like to hear about my partner's previous exploits, especially with current partners, is that I will start seeing them graphically, visually in my head.
Oh, that's true. They called their child midget until age 10 as a form of endearment. But you don't understand, Star. They don't have agency because they have BPD. Jesus Christ. She's really small too. That sucks. Yeah.
They are intrusive thoughts. They are not fun. They are painful, and I feel like I'm dying. To put this in perspective, my point is that I want to give you the framework of kind of what's going on. Now, long story short, is I'm doing much better now. I've been back in therapy, been dealing with my therapist who is...
So according to her Psychology Today profile, she has training and treatment of ADHD and BPD. So she should know, right? She should know what she needs to do. She has training in ADHD and in BPD. That, and you can't, she should not be a therapist. She really shouldn't be.
One of the heads
if you know better, do better.
True
Sick ab.
And she's amazing. She's a wizard. ZZ's been coming to sessions with me, which is really nice. Things have been slowly but surely getting better with my other partner. Slowly but surely making our way to being a little bit more functional and dealing with some things like, for example, discussions of future stuff, because we are all adults here and
Her
that stuff's
license is still
important.
active.
And
yeah.
right now, the partner in question is struggling with a very hard decision, which I do not envy. Basically deciding, does she go to one partner and potentially lose this relationship because it fades off because me being away from FPs is not great? Or does she, eventually somewhere in a year or two down the line choose to be with me and Zena
In some format.
but the potential of that other relationship fading off. I don't know why. That's just what was said. I bring this up because I love this person deeply. She is amazing. She is absolutely gorgeous. I have not been this profoundly in love since this one, which has brought some headache up because most of the time my other partners don't occupy my brain 24/7, or I don't get stuck on a problem because I'm trying to grind it out and figure out how to fix it. So I wanted to give this thing, because we're going to talk about other stuff, but I want to be really clear that, like, beyond the stuff that was going on with me, there's other stuff with ZZ. ZZ can talk about that for them. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because we're trying to set the stage to understand that the reason why we've been away has only been partially due to some of the things happening with the channel and because of former friends of the channel. The majority of it has been very real relationship stuff that has brought up very real depression, not to mention work being difficult, not to mention, certain things from this side of my life affecting another side of my life and potentially almost being forced to choose between the continuation of
One job versus
the other. There is a chance that something like that could be a thing. So we're just in some ways trying to
Is she talking
figure
about
out how to-
Sage or Noe? I think she's talking about Noe here. So she's talking about how, Noe has to choose between her and another partner, which is like, this doesn't seem like a poly relationship. I'm really struggling with the idea she has multiple people in her head and that needs multiple partners, but her kid doesn't need a parent that isn't a selfish black hole. Yeah.
move forward so that everyone can be happy. That's where I've been at. It's been not fun. I am, however, deeply in love with both my primary partners. My other partners I love deeply as well. Holy shit, get to this weekend go hang out in a hotel room with my fiance and my mate and I. Holy crap, like best Christmas ever. Man. ZZ,
Yeah, why don't we...
what has been going on with you for the last 2 months?
A lot of my stuff, honestly, kind of...
She apparently made it onto iFunny. What is this? Why the fuck are people like this? Hashtag eat the rich. Me when I first came out. Me 2 years later. I am the trans socialist the right fears eat the rich. Hello? What is this? Bro.
revolves around Poppy. And I don't want that to sound bad. Holding Poppy through a lot of this has definitely been a thing. A new FP kind of shook up our world because we really didn't, plan or prepare for that. And so we were coming off of also, vaginoplasty too, right? All of the aftermath of that was weird. We had to refigure out a bunch of Poppy's, medications too. So there was a good couple of months even before that where we were like, okay, what's going on? Why is all the motivation gone? Or why are there so many memory issues or confusion? Well, turns out Poppy needed a bit more tea in our system because every human needs at least a little bit of testosterone to function. By the way, get your hormones checked. Everyone deserves to have functioning hormones. Thank you. That caused issues for months until we figured out what was going on. Eventually got that stuff fixed, got better levels of other medications in Poppy's system. So a few of them went up.
There's been so much going on, I literally forgot.
Oh, no, these were this was September, October, that really set up the stage to get us into November. All of it's been a mess. A lot of upsetness, a lot of happiness too, though. I've been having a really hard time keeping up with friends. There's been a lot of migraines, a lot of stress. My physical therapy came to an end, which I'm actually really sad about because I really like the people that I saw. I can always go back if I need to, but, it's a matter of, convincing insurance. So I am really, really... I think that's probably the biggest win. One of the bigger wins lately, especially with my health, is going to PT. And so we help strengthen, shoulders, neck, back, out of all that area to keep everything strengthened. So that way, it doesn't break out as hard. There's a number of exercises that I can do regularly to help keep migraines away or to help relieve symptoms. I still get migraines sometimes, but a lot of times they're way more mild and I'm not getting wrecked by them so much afterwards. I'm really happy with that. We also bought a Theracane, which is big cane.
A Theracane?
There's a bunch of different knobs on it, and it comes with a good, cute little booklet, and you can basically give yourself a massage. It's in a cane, so you can use the leverage of it in any which direction to hit pressure points all over your body to help relieve those. And I am really, really happy with that. Yeah, it's just nice to actually
How do two people have so many problems in their life and don't have a nurse a live-in nurse with them? That's my question. if you have this many problems in your life and you don't have a caretaker, like what is going on? How do you not have a caretaker? You barely can live by yourself. You can't do basic things like take care of yourself, do laundry to the point where you're offloading it onto your kid. What is going on? How do they not have they need a live-in caretaker. These people are not okay. They can't function.
Know about migraines because I've done physical therapy before with people
Also,
who
hi,
have no
Mrs.
idea what they're doing, and
Apostate.
it's just not the
I
same.
agree
Like,
with
it does
you.
not work. You really, really need people who know what they're doing for migraines. Besides the physical therapy, a lot of things have been figuring out, accommodations for Poppy, figuring out how this even works, refiguring out like self-control, and we need to have a bedtime again has been a huge one. Because we will easily stay up, and if both of us are not paying attention, we both will do that. And with Poppy, who's FP is on an opposite schedule to us usually, is also very easy to stay up with them. So I think that's just some of the big things. Where you think in love?
So I guess the other things I wanted to bring up were just like, I want you guys to understand the timeline of this year, because I need you to understand like why this year has been hell. And this isn't me whining. This is just, I need you to understand that like this has been
Imagine being
really
either
hard.
of their doctor. Yeah. They would be the patients that walk in and you know that they're going to like come to you for a problem that doesn't exist. And you just have to listen to them and do tests and then tell them your test results came back and nothing is wrong. Literally just set an alarm to go to sleep. Like, what the hell? Oh my God. Lil cow jeans. Are they trying to get on disability income? Hi, Star. They are already on disability income, I think.
Back around May, we nearly lost a person we deeply care for. Turned out that that person was surrounded by a group of people that were isolating and alienating them, which is not a great thing to do to someone with borderline. No, it wasn't me. And that person attempted to unalive themselves and failed. Good. Once we found out these people were hiding information from us and were separating things out, we ended up booting them from our server, from our life. Some of these people were former friends or partners. Some of them were former mods. A partner that I had been with, I ended up breaking up with because she had broken her word, and she subsequently has started
Again, how do they have so many problems? How do two people have so many problems? Not just problems with their health, they have problems with other people. At a certain point, if you have this many problems, okay, sometimes some people are just unlucky, right? Some people are just unlucky. And I am completely sympathetic to that. I feel like there are quite a few people in my family who just have unlucky genes, right? But if you have everything wrong with you in a health sense, and then on top of that have everything wrong with you interpersonally, at what point is it your fault? Imagine being dumped by this person. Holy shit, dude. Just wondering why this content, they viral or something, or big creators. There's just like so much here for us to make fun of. God, I'd leave forever. I see too many people like this IRL. I thought it was just my city. Oh my God, dude.
Campaign against me, accusing me of everything under the sun, from gaslighting people, manipulating people, and then now saying that I am weird around minors. Pretty awful. Summer was uneventful because we were just doing a lot.
Summer was uneventful, but we were fighting a lot because we were dealing with a lot of past trauma coming up.
Yep.
In relationship to like surgery, and there was a lot of things that were like shifting out at that time. We can always go into that more later, but
long story short is August is when I had my bottom surgery, which, if those who don't know, my bottom surgery went great. The issue is that it's still a very, very traumatic thing to go through because there's a lot of healing and a lot of stuff. And let's be honest, getting used to a new body part takes time. In fact, last week, I didn't tell you guys this, but last week I had to go in for a follow-up because there was concerns about some of the healing they weren't super thrilled with, and I had to go in, they had to knock baby out and basically cauterize a couple places. It was more scientific than that, but that's the short version. That wasn't fun. Even after bottom surgery, one of my relationships started kind of faltering. We had a falling out with not only a particular person we've platformed, who we will no longer platform, but also lost a mod in the process and lost connection to a number of people who were allies of ours. Following that, there was a threat of being doxxed and a threat of coming to my home and physically attacking me over literally nothing. Someone
Jesus
manufactured an
Christ,
idea in their
dude.
head and basically ran with it. And then subsequently, another content creator decided to use that as an opportunity and start posting really, really bad information about my parts of my life, and this started impacting me in various ways.
there's even people taking it out on me too.
Between the ex, the former person we platformed, and then this other content creator, there's been 3 separate hate campaigns sort of going on here because people have manufactured in their head that we're bad guys, that we're terrible, we're awful, abusive people, and we've done all of these things that they've made up in their heads. None of these things are true. None of them are whatever. I'm not doing this as like an apology video or like a pushback video. I'm just telling you what happened.
Yes,
This is what
they are
happened.
Mad
Got
Max.
into a new relationship, like I said, that was very, very intense. It's easy, had to deal with a lot of stuff around that as well. My year has been really hard. ZZ's year has
How
been
often are you gonna say last video we watched with them, they're like, oh, it's been so hard. It's been hell. It's been hell. How often are you gonna say that? It wasn't the entire last video that we watched also them saying it was hell. It was very hard. It's been a very hard time. Mrs. Apostate, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. There's a second iFunny post, apparently, guys. Look at this. One thing no one tells you with transition is the amount of underwear you will, for no reason, make gooey. My panties look like a scene from the Ghostbusters half the time. Why would you say that? Why would you say this in public? Migraines, now ass surgery, and ADHD. What the f else are we missing? Why are you saying this? Even cis women don't talk about the goo. Why would you do this? Cis women don't talk about the goo. You don't talk about the goo. You don't do it. You would never catch a cis woman doing this. You would never catch a cis woman doing this unless she was like a comedian. Hashtag don't talk about the goo. Seriously. What is wrong with you?
really hard.
Well, and just to be clear, especially if people are new or haven't seen some of our past, she's obviously a trans woman, okay, xenogender and all that.
Which means I'm usually hated immediately.
Yeah. And
Only when it's business time. Yeah, when you're at the gynecologist.
I am trans mask, so I usually get the opposite of.
I wish I could go back in time and never hear or read that. Oh my god, dude. Sort of mild in the landscape of X, I suppose, but yeah, they overshare way too much. And it can't be healthy to live your personal life out online.
Usually ignoring really sneaky stuff. Usually stuff towards me isn't open, which is a really weird feeling to be in because, like, on the one hand, I would like my part and infantilized, yeah, like, it's a weird feeling to be in because I don't want my partner to get harassment, but it also sucks getting it myself too, so I've almost been avoiding a lot of excess stuff, a lot of stuff that causes just excess stress. Like, I really hate the dichotomy that all of us directed at her because I wish it wasn't, and so it's weird having both of us kind of have to live and deal with this at the same time, where I've actually started getting more direct stuff at me. It's also a weird feeling because I haven't dealt with that
Just wait until Zena talks about her bowel
largely
movements.
since grade school. There's been some other times, but you know, most of it was in grade school.
We are still here. I'm doing
Also, again, thank you once again, Mrs. Apostate. Very kind of you to give memberships. I don't know what it is about this specific drama, but people really like me covering this drama. I'm getting more memberships from this than I usually do. This is wild. Wait, what pronouns does the pink hair one go by? I don't know. They're trans mask, but I don't know. They still say Zena. Oh, dude.
better. The issue is that this has been really hard, and we've had a lot of friends come and help us. We've had a lot of people be here and support us. But
Ice Beans makes a good point here. To be fair, Star, it'd be nice if women could talk about the more gross stuff without people immediately being like, ew, gross bodily fluids. But I'd expect that convo to occur in a place where everyone has signed up for the gross convo, not like Twitter. Yeah. Well, women do that. Like if you've ever been in like a group chat with a bunch of girls, like we can get gross pretty quickly, you know? And it can be funny. Like it can just be us laughing about stuff, right? And you know, there's a lot of comedy in a lot of stuff, right? There's like a lot of comedy in a lot of the stuff we talk about. But yeah, we don't do it on main. Yeah. I mean, maybe we should be a little bit more able to talk about stuff, I guess, because, you know, men are able to talk about their all day. And I honestly am very jealous of men for having it because there's so many jokes I can make about having it, but whatever. Like I've seen some, I don't know, I think girl group chats are some of the funniest places I've ever been, you know? I've ever been a part of it. Like girl group chats are just like disgusting, you know? But I'd say the same if a guy started talking about cheese on main. LOL, yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, no, I mean, girl group chats like some of the funniest places and funniest things I've ever been a part of. Like I have cried laughing at some of the stuff. Dear X, I've had a lot of discharge lately from my eyes, nose, ears, crotch, and nips. Really sucks. Love Poppy. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, dude. None of us were ready for this.
tired.
That's true.
I miss streaming. I miss being able to talk with you guys. I miss being able to go over stuff and try to, you know, figure it out together.
No, I do too. I felt like I was kind of finally like feeling like in the swing of things. You know, a couple years, but I actually felt like I was getting like kind of comfortable for once with streaming.
What's really weird about hate campaigns is no matter what you do, people will find a reason to be upset about it. So like the only thing I've been doing is entering raffles, and because I've posted reference sheets that were, to my knowledge at the time, just completely, you know, were edited enough to be fine, or at least considered safe for work. Some people got mad, and I went through and re-edited them, and I did it again. Now they're as far as clean as I can make them, and they should be safe for work and good. People will find any post they can and immediately start changing it in anything. I had people people find my account on a website where I do role playing that involves kink and decide that because I had I was open to engaging in certain types of kinks, that this meant that I was some sort of I was some sort of a predator, which by the way is just trans misogyny. The implication that that role playing something means that you are going to do a thing is weird and also very kink shamey and also very weird. I just got nothing.
And there was
I
even
don't know, I
some weird
feel like
person who was like just angry that
some kinks should be shamed, you know? Perfect time to go through the fuck list. Oh my god. Also, hi Kenny, how's it going? Okay, let me just pull this up in a different window and make sure it's safe because I was sent something. Okay, it looks like it's okay. Okay. This is Poppy's meow.social on Mastodon. I've got to bounce again for a bit, but I'll try to check back in before logging off for the night. I want to see where this mess goes. God, dude. Okay. This is her Mastodon. Neo cunt arc, l'enfant diabolique system. Diabolique system. ADHD, BPD, OSDD. Level 42, xenogender trans woman. Leftist, therapist, content creator for YouTube. Personas, Poppy. Demon Yeen Switch. What is a Yeen? Penny, subby, tiger, shark, slut. What? Level 40. Yeah, she's 42, I guess. Oh my god. Snicker Snack has all the tea. Okay, look at this. She left me on Christmas. This was 2023. I think this is about Noehflake.
Poppy was entering raffles in the first place. It was like, no, Poppy's entering too many. And I'm like,
yeah, and that's the person she says to her. That is the person she's saying to her. That is wild. Okay.
raffles with like thousands of other people. Like, what?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's like I love pancakes. Well, I didn't know you hated waffles. Like it's literally that, and it's just puritanical. These people literally think that they're doing the best thing ever, when in reality, like they're just doing harm to a trans woman. Is the only person working in our household because the other person deals with chronic illness. No wonder I've had to start using edibles because like my anxiety has been through the roof. And again,
Mine too.
Okay, I guarantee your anxiety is not going to be helped by the edibles, okay? Well, if you take too many of them, it's not going to help you. You can take an edible every now and then. As somebody with anxiety, there are instances where the edible will make it worse for you. So you really should be in a good headspace if you're going to do an edible, or if you're going to do them, like, frequently. There's no way you want to know what a yeen is. I do want to know what a yeen is. No, for your sake. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I don't blame my partner. I hate it. This year's been really rough.
Yeah, weed helped me with a lot of stuff in life, but you need your head in the right space. Yeah, you can't be chronically depressed or chronically anxious and start taking weed on a regular basis. Like, it can really badly contribute to your anxiety. Also, yin equals hyena. Oh, okay.
But out of it, I got another partner who I really love and another partner who I really deeply like. And yeah, I mean, these people have gone so far as to message artists and tell them a very, very weird story with very contextless screenshots and basically try to get that artist not to work with me. It's only happened with one, but yeah, I literally lost an artist. The artist who did the Poppy Wise picture, this one. The artist who did this one, I won't say her name because she's really great, but because they decided to just message this person out of nowhere and tell them a bunch of nonsense that they made up, I can't get art from this person anymore. It's too much of a liability. Yeah, one of the things that we've had to deal with as well is that, for those who don't know, I don't talk about this on the channel a ton, but I identify as plural. For those who don't know what that means that I am diagnosed with a disorder that means that I have multiple personalities. In this case, the one that I'm diagnosed with is OSDD1, which is basically similar to DID, but your personalities are aware of one. My personalities are Poppy.
Does she talk about her disorders every stream? Is that what she does every stream? She talks about her disorders every stream? It's gotta get old after a bit, right?
And Pepper. Pepper being the newest one. Through a lot of therapy and work. Right before my bottom surgery, there was a lot of work. A lot of the things that were causing fights between us in the summer got worked through, and it ended up being a young and alter who has, a spider as her persona. And
Spider, we mean a combination of a spider and a tiger.
And so that's been a new thing. There's just so many things that have been going on as far as things like we've been trying to get the house organized. We're actually going to move out of this room. We're going to use the other room that we have open, the one with the kids' room, and that one is going to become the office/streaming room. And then this is going to become our bedroom again because overestimated the amount of room we would need for an office and underestimated the amount of room we would need for a bedroom.
We had much more grand plans at the start of this. And then eventually we also went, there's a lot of road noise on the other side.
It also turned out it was really cold in that room. And the reason we realized that is because part of the
The artist who drew that art blocked Poppy and called her a groomer because someone told them that their furry porn got shown in general chat of Poppy's Discord server with minors. Jesus Christ, dude. I identify as difficult. So true. I'm going to identify as difficult from now on. Disorders are all these people talk about ever, not just on stream. Jesus. A spider tiger. Miss April Dawn.
Window was open.
That too.
Getting house organizations. We've also been dealing with a lot of headaches, storms, things like that have been really problematic. Getting used to just being me and Zizi now that my kid left. Trying to keep up with friends is difficult. Therapy with Poppy has been very intense. Zizi's gotten to see how great my therapist is and is probably going to be starting up therapy again soon.
That one's been really meaningful to me. Really cool to finally get to meet the person that Poppy's been seeing for years.
I've been seeing them as long as I've been dating you.
Oh yeah.
Because I met you in in May, and then I started working with them in August.
Well, and the thing too is like, if any of you like have a partner with borderline or you have borderline, I really do suggest having some group sessions occasionally, at the very least. And not that you always have to have a couples therapist, but like you really can talk to your therapist and be like, hey, can I bring, so and so? Like, can we do that? And have them come to a session, talk about with them.
The other thing is that, despite some of the kerfluffles that happened with my newer partner, I will say that, like, despite that, like, I really appreciate her. Like, she's hung in there. Like, I know I've mentioned some of the bad, but, like, I've sung that song by Tonic, You Can Only See the Way She Loves Me. I forget the name of the song specifically. That song was actually sung because of her, because there's a way in which, like, despite all of the issues, I really dig this person, and they keep trying and they keep sticking around. Every time I think, my nonsense is going to scare them off, I am surprised. They chose me over a partner they had previously been with because that partner had acted.
I can't believe that this person made her partner, who she's in a poly relationship with, choose herself over that other partner. That's wild to me. That she was so threatened by this metamour, or whatever you call it, that she, as a person willfully engaging in a poly relationship, made this other person in the poly relationship choose. That's wild.
In bad faith and toxic. And that's a lot. So we are back. The intent is to go back to streaming once a week. We'd like to do more, but we have to keep up on life stuff. Ideally, if we can make this deal with a particular person who wants to come do housework for us for a very unusual fee, if that ends up happening, we might be able to have more help, which means streaming may happen more often. This year, we're going to be trying to get CZ Social Security because, unfortunately, them going back to work just doesn't seem like a thing is going to happen as of yet. A lot of their symptoms have gotten better. They're able to eat certain foods, at least in small doses, but it's still an uphill battle, and it's still them being chronically ill, and some days just sleeping through the whole day, and it's hard.
I was just going to say, as far as, like, just going to go over some of the positive stuff, I think. And the really cool things is that we've been getting to see a lot more of Bun's personality now that it's just Poppy and I here. She is very stubborn. Her emotions are just very out and loud now of, no, guys, I want this thing. Guys, I want the treats. She has also gotten very stubborn in her adult years. It's quite cute. And at the same time, she's still, like, very good at being, like, super gentle and easygoing about people handling her. So it's a weird dichotomy to have this dog be utterly stubborn and, like, sit there and stare at you for half an hour until you, like, magically somehow guess the thing that she wants. One of the accommodations for us that we've started doing, especially after bottom surgery, was just taking her to the groomers to get bathed occasionally. We use a special soap that helps with, like, people allergies as well as hers, so we just have them use that. But it's one of those things where, like, yeah, we could do it ourselves, but also it makes it so much easier when we don't have to be like the ones leaning over. We don't have to worry about like migraines getting in the way, and she's super good for the people that wash her now. After going a few times, she went from like utterly shy to like, hey, I'm gonna come say hi to everybody now, and now you guys all love me and I'm your favorite dog. So it's been really rewarding to see Bun like really open up and get more and more used to being in the world. At least when we need to bring her in the world, we still usually kind of keep her homebound because we know that there's a lot of anxiety in her past, but it's been nice to see her open up.
We also got to meet a new playmate who has been really great in our lives and been around often. Also got to help them get consultation for her SRS, bottom surgery. It's actually funny because my girlfriend, the one I'm going to see next month, she's coming out here, and I'm going to be taking
This is again in reference to Noehflake.
her consultation with the same doctors.
Did she say people out? I don't know, dude.
The other thing is that, yeah, beyond just having that, we've been reconnecting a little bit more with some of our friends in some of the nearby cities, and
Playmate
that's
is
been
so
really
gross,
nice.
yeah.
Had a really great Thanksgiving. One of our friends just graduated from a master's program, which is really cool. There are good things happening. It's just hard with everything else going on, and
there's a lot of emotions. One of the other things that we've done is for accommodations lately is doing good nights at a certain time. So by usually about 2, the goal is to say goodnight to people. That gives Poppy and everyone in her system a chance to say goodnight. Same thing with me. That way, like, we kind of cover all the partners. And it's just like the intent was initially to get us to go to bed on time. right? That way there was like a good end point of conversations. But I've also been just really enjoying having the ritual too of just like saying goodnight to people. And it's just
Nobody wants to hear about all this.
And we appreciate all the support. People have reached out and said, you know, really appreciate us and we'll be.
Here are the DMs right after that stream, okay? Lady Diabolique, which is basically one of Poppy's altars, if you will, okay? That's lame. Apparently, we were on stream and I was vaguely talking about how happy I was with my new relationship, as well as the mental illness I've been dealing with. Apparently, Sage saw this and got super triggered and started having ideation, so we had to check to see if she was safe, and she is, but apparently, my ex, Melina, a friend of ours, told them before anyone else knew that Sage was safe. We have no idea how she got that information before any of us. Noehflake says weird. Diabolique says, yeah, it irritates me. I kept things vague on stream, but Mylena is harping, saying that I ignore Sage for you and I caused this, which I did not. Then Noehflake says, I have no idea, love. Diabolique says, no worries. It is just more nonsense. I'm focusing on the positive. Getting to snuggle you soon. Snuggles you closely. Cringe. Sorry you are busy. Darling, I love you. Noehflake says, I love you too. Diabolique says, talk in the morning. Noehflake says, I do have plans in the morning, but I don't think it will last all morning. I should be able to talk after 12. I will let you know if that changes. Within 2 minutes to going from talking about a near attempt to snuggle. Diabolique says, sounds good. Then I will just send good mornings and random stuff. Respond as you are able. Talking at noon sounds nice. Noehflake says, okay, love. Diabolique says, and thank you for being clear with me. That means a lot. Noehflake sends these emojis in response. Diabolique says, I appreciate the time you give me, love. I hope your plans are fun, and I will send love and memes. Hugs. Night. Gosh, you are so good. I love you so much. Noehflake says, night, night. I love you too. Then Diabolique messages again at 3:16 a.m. 2:40 a.m. Then this is 3:16 a.m. So that's less than an hour. Hi, Mom. I can't sleep. I love you. Noehflake replies, love you too, kiddo. Lady Diabolique says, hugs you. I know you are busy. I just had thoughts come up and I got scared. And then they hugs you tightly, buries face in your neck, rubs your back. I'm here, love. I got scared because I thought about the trip going bad and you not wanting to be with us. I know we can't talk about stuff, but I just feel like I am going to mess up and ruin things. Noehflake says, you'll be perfectly fine, love. I'm excited to see you all. Oh God, these messages, yeah, they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. Diabolique says, I know, but so much is riding on these trips. What if you hate us? What if Body sucks at adult stuff? What if Penny says something dumb? Noehflake says, I don't hate you though, you know that. If Penny says something dumb, I'll boop her nose. And the body stuff isn't a big deal to me. I just want to snuggle. Anyone can snuggle. I bet you're great snugglers. Diabolique says, I'm a great snuggler. Noehflake says, see, perfect. Diabolique says, I just don't want to mess things up because then if I do, then Penny and Poppy will be mad. Noehflake says, you won't, love. Diabolique says, and people can be bad at things. What if Poppy's bad at adult stuff, like really bad at it? Or what if Penny says something really dumb? What if Peppermint freaks you out? Or what if ZZ gets all PMDDY? I don't know what that means. I just don't want to ruin this because then you're never going to want us. Noehflake says, I can handle all of that. Diabolique says, I want my mom and I want you in my life and I don't like you far away, so I don't know what to do. And then Noehflake says, I have Max. And then sends this emo. Noehflake sends some hearts. Then Diabolique says, can you just make sure that when you're making decisions that you're judging us on a curve because you don't know what's as long as you know other people, and I'm afraid that's kind of hurt our chances of getting to be with you, and I don't like that. So I don't want to make sure that we're grading on a curve just like college. She sends some voice message. Noehflake says, I am love, I am. Oh, PMDD is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Thank you, Ice Beans. Noehflake says, complicated is my typical life. LOL, no worries. I love you, kiddo. Oh, wait. Here it is. I forgot to read this part. Sorry. Diabolique says, okay, I just wanted to be fair because we have a lot more moving parts and stuff because we have like ZZ and we have a system that you have like very real relationships with every member except for Peppermint because you just met Peppermint. And yeah, I just am afraid that we're not going to be enough or too complicated for you. But I should let you get back to work. I love you and I'm sorry to bother you. I just didn't know who else to talk to because I was talking to Zizi, but hearing from you makes me feel better. Noehflake says, complicated is my typical life, lol, no worries, I love you, kiddo. And then Diabolic says, I know, but we're really complicated and I want ... Never mind. Could I ask you to say something if it's true for you and if it feels okay? And then Noehflake says, and then Diabolic says, could you tell me that you like the idea of being with us? That the idea actually interests you? I'm not saying you have to make any decisions or anything, but I just want to know you actually like the idea of being in a family with us, because it's so hard to tell. Noehflake says, I do like the idea and it does interest me, yes. Diabolique says, okay, that means a lot, because we love you a lot, and again, I don't need a decision, I just wanted to know that there's more to you considering us than just fairness. Jesus Christ, dude. Noehflake says, sometimes certain words or ways things are phrased make my brain think there's a catch or something to it. So I'm sorry if I react weird sometimes. Not this, I mean in general. And Lady Diabolique says, okay, that makes sense. All I want to know is that you actually like us and that you are interested in wanting to be with us. I don't need a decision because I know you have a hard one. But I just wanted to know that you genuinely are interested in the idea and want to spend time with us to figure it out. Because if you were just doing it because you felt like you had to, then that probably would mean that you really didn't want to be with us. And I don't like that idea, so I wanted to ask. Thank you for telling me. Zizi says I have to go to bed now. Thank you for indulging me, and I love you, and I really appreciate that you're interested in wanting to be in a family with us, because I would really like to be in a family with you. God, dude, this online family is so stupid and cringe, you know? And just so you guys know, that remember, Lady Diabolique accuses Noehflake of raping her later, okay? Noehflake says, go to bed, kiddo, I love you so much. As a streamer, it was a stupid fam thing, just a dumb hazard of the job. I don't know anything about this. I don't think streamers do this on the regular. I jump back into a demented exchange. Yes, it's very demented. I think this is just terminally online crazy people. You know? Okay, so Lady Diabolique says, good night, Mom. I love you. You're a really good mom. Noehflake gives these emotes back. Lady Diabolique says, night, night. Good morning, my love. Okay, this is the morning now, 9:33 a.m. I love you. Good morning, darling. I love you too. This person goes to sleep at like 4 a.m. and wakes up at 9. Okay, this is the morning. How's your morning? Noehflake says, good so far. Diabolique says, what you up to? Noehflake says, plans should be starting soon though. Lady Diabolique says, can I know said plans? Noehflake says, it's a date morning with Sora. Lady Diabolique says, oh. Noehflake says, was that bad? Should I have asked for a green light? Oh my god, what a drama queen this person is. Okay, so this is the part where, good evening, what fresh hell is this? Welcome, Raps Chick. We're reading through the DM exchange between Lady Diabolique and Noehflake or whatever. It's a date morning with Sora. Lady Diabolique says, oh. Noehflake says, was that bad? Should I have asked for a green light? Lady Diabolique says, was that bad? No. Should you have asked for a green light? Probably. ... Because I just woke up. Should I probably just go away? Yes. Pro tip, normally you'll say what the plans are unless it's with a partner, in which case you'll just say plans. If one of your partners is involved, it becomes vague. Sorry, I didn't want to upset you with partner stuff. Lady Diabolique says, I mean, I am upset now, but that's besides the point. My only request is that this weekend is that you be mindful. Noehflake says, yeah, of course. And LD is a Poppy system, right? Yes, LD is a Poppy system. Lady Diabolique says, I really didn't like when we were on the date and you were super distracted. But yeah, next time just ask for green light and tell me about it ahead of time instead of just dropping the bomb 3 minutes before it happened. I don't mind hearing that you're going out with Sora, but finding out when I just woke up is not my favorite. Especially when this is a person who is like the main rival for what I want. So if your plans aren't starting yet, my guess is that you won't be available at noon. So I guess just let me know if you have any time before you go to bed. I haven't really got to talk to you much, saying for yesterday. And that was just play. Noehflake says, okay, I'll let you know. Lady Diabolique says, okay, so you won't be available at noon, is that correct? Noehflake says, I don't know yet. Lady Diabolique says, okay, then don't tell me noon next time. Noehflake says, wow. Lady Diabolique says, the whole point is to have a concrete time, not just a random time thrown out. I really appreciate you trying to do the thing last night, but if you don't understand why a concrete time matters, then it makes things difficult. Lady Diabolique replies to Noehflake's wow and says, what? You told me noon, which I took as a concrete time. I barely got to talk to you this week because you've been so busy, and I won't be able to talk much tonight because I'm going to be packing. If they're like not each other's primary partners or only partners, this interaction makes no sense. I feel a little bit frustrated. And again, there was no ask of a green light, so I just kind of got this dumped on me right before popping in the shower. Hi, leader. I had cancer in my left knee. I thought it was the worst pain I'd ever feel until these cringe DMs. Jesus Christ. I don't want you to be distracted during your date because I don't like it when you did that to me, so I'm going to go. Can you please give me a concrete time when you will be done, or is that not possible? Noehflake says, it's not possible. I said noon, but there's a possibility of it being longer. She's in her 40s. Yeah, she's in her 40s. It's crazy. Lady Diabolique says, okay then. Don't tell me noon next time because that is not a concrete time. But that is a hypothetical time, but it sounds like you're going to go longer, which means that if it goes any longer, you're going to be going to bed soon. If I don't play yesterday was the only morning I'd really get to talk to you, I would have shut it down. I don't know what that sentence means. I barely have been able to talk with you or share how excited I've been about the trip. So I guess let me know when you're done. And I'm kind of officially pissed off. Have a great day. Love you. Now the real questions. Did you go on Do Not Disturb because Sora showed up or because you're upset with me? Talk to you later. New is my favorite time of day. You can tell she's just hammering messages. Yeah. One final thought, and then I'll leave you be, as I was planning on doing because I didn't want to interrupt your date. I was really happy last night when you used the tools that we had talked about, but this kind of f***ed it up. The whole point of having a concrete time is that I know when you're coming back. But that time was never concrete. It was just a random time you threw out to placate me. So it kind of all went out the window a little bit. I appreciate the attempt, but the whole point is for me to know that you want me and that you're coming back. And right now, I don't feel wanted. I feel jump scared and I feel upset. You should have asked for a green light and you should have told me about this yesterday. That would have given me time to come to terms with it and did not bother you today. But you were vague and didn't understand what I actually was asking you to do. This isn't level 42 behavior. Yeah, this is level 16 behavior. I like how controlling Poppy is of someone they haven't met in person yet. Yeah. Okay. Where was I on this thing? I lost my place. Let's see. I guess let me know when you're done because right now I am so upset. I don't even know if I want to do this trip because hearing about Sora right before I come out to see you kind of sucks. I love you and I hope you have fun. Genuinely do. But we're not okay. Okay, Lady Diabolique now messages at 11:23 a.m. Ah, dude. I have spent the morning arguing with Poppy on your behalf, and then this happens. Not cool, Moth. Please don't quote tweet the friend who lied repeatedly and nearly got Poppy hurt. I still hold that this person has no reason to still be around, and you sharing material from that negligent wreck is gross. How does one feel jump scared? I don't know. I'll be fronting the rest of the day, and Poppy deserves a genuine apology for this stuff because right now, Pepper and I are the reason the trip is still happening. 1, you didn't understand the requests around planning and should have given better notice and asked for a green light. 2, nothing Amy related, period. This was the agreement and what you said when you ended things with her. That post is a direct violation of that agreement. Please delete the tweet. It was inappropriate. Thank you. Please fix this, Penny. What the f***? She's pretending to be one of the alts that's a teenage boy when she calls Noehflake mom. Ah, dude. I can't see this tweet very well. Oh, you know what? Here it is. Here's the tweet. My friend's pizza strap. Well, I think there's a party happening. Amy, it's a quote tweet of Amy saying, twink plus hole plus hats. Well, I've never been against hats. Rest is just statistically likely given how many twinks I seem to attract by pure chance. Yeah, and then she quote tweeted this, my friends, pizza, strap, ... well, ... I think there's a party happening, ... Then Lady Diabolique replies to this. The entire exchange is a jump scare. Oh my god. You do know that when this loads, you can see who the person is briefly, even if we have each other mutually blocked. And then Noehflake says, Lady Diabolique replies, I need Haley to apologize for this and take ownership for it. Poppy is Poppy is back splitting hard because of her screw-ups. I wouldn't be so harsh, but Poppy got double whammied in one morning, and I need that tweet deleted as it is in direct violation of Haley's agreement with Poppy. Bro, making her delete a tweet. This is not okay and might torpedo the trip. These were massive fuck-ups. And the day before we leave, Poppy should have given adequate warning and a green light, and that tweet shouldn't exist. Poppy should have been given adequate warning and a green light. Noehflake replies, don't come down. Lady Diabolique says, what? Noehflake replies, Haley is an absolute wreck as well from all of this. These people need to be studied in the lab. Jesus Christ, dude. Lady Diabolique says, I mean, she kind of dropped the ball hard. I am sorry she's a wreck, but she did this to herself, and she was asked for very specific requests, and she broke both of them. Dude, the way that she asked for, the way that all these standards that she has for Noehflake, somebody she hasn't even met yet, all these standards she asked for, and all these requirements she has for people, is very similar to how she treated her daughter. Or her child, Spawn. I can't get past her bullying via altars too. Yeah, that's a good point. It is familiar. I still want to see both of you. Don't be like that. I don't think this is going to be possible from Noehflake. Lady Diabolique says, what isn't? Max. Noehflake says, it's constant breaking stress on this body and mind. Lady Diabolique says, we are still coming down. Max, stop. Noehflake says, at this point, it has to stop. Lady Diabolique says, listen, this can be fixed, but I need help. Can I call? Please. Noehflake says, no. Lady Diabolique says, why? Please, I'm trying to fix this. Please don't shut me out. I'm still coming tomorrow, please. Noehflake says, fixing what? Lady Diabolique says, the situation. Noehflake says, there's barely anything here. Lady Diabolique says, that isn't true. We love her. Noehflake says, it is true. Lady Diabolique says, Max, stop, please. This hurts. Noehflake says, I know, I'm sorry. Lady Diabolique says, no, stop. Noehflake says, I really wish I didn't need to do this either. Then Noehflake misses a call from Lady Diabolique. Max, we want to see you. See Haley. We need to fix this. Noehflake says, I don't think it will go well at all. I appreciate Noehflake trying to stop meeting Poppy. Poppy is a huge bully to anybody she interacts with. What is happening? This is Discord DMs before they meet Noehflake. Before Poppy meets Noehflake. Noehflake says, I don't think it will go well at all. Lady Diabolique says she didn't go by the agreements. We do. Please just listen. Max, please listen to us. It will be okay. We are just dealing with Poppy and trying to fix things. We are still coming out tomorrow. Noehflake says there's far too much resentment, stress, fighting, possessiveness. It isn't possessiveness from Lady Diabolique. Noehflake says it's not something this body and mind can handle. Lady Diabolique says we need people to hold to agreements. Please listen to me. Noehflake says we tried that and we were instantly criticized for even trying. Lady Diabolique says, no, we didn't. Your try was good. It just needs work, please. Noehflake says we were chastised for our attempts every time we attempt anything. We're chastised over and over. What's the age difference here again? I don't know. I don't know how old Noehflake is in this. Lady Diabolique says that isn't true and we have celebrated your successes. Please, listen to me. It is Pepper. No one else. Just me, please. Noehflake says, I know. Lady Diabolique says, we can't lose you. She is my mom. Please listen. Give us another chance. Noehflake is like early 20s. Poppy is 42. Jesus. Lady Diabolique says, we can fix this, please. We don't. We love her. Please let me fix this. Noehflake says, I don't think there's any way to fix it. It's too broken. Lady Diabolique says, please listen. It is not. Noehflake says, it is. Lady Diabolique says, it isn't. You're just being overprotective. Let me talk to my mom, please. She is my mom. Let me talk to her. Noehflake says, we're both here. Lady Diabolique says, Mom, please don't do this. Let me call. I want to talk and fix this. Noehflake says, I have to do it, kiddo. Lady Diabolique says, no, please, we love you. Are you breaking up with Poppy and Penny right before the trip? Please don't. Love, stop, please. I'm sorry I f***ed up, but hear me out. Dude, this is next level cringe. Noehflake says, yeah, I am. I'm breaking up with you both. I need to go back to normal. I need to fix myself. I need to be okay. I need to not be so stressed all the time. Lady Diabolique says, please listen to us. Noehflake says, I can't. I cannot do this. Lady Diabolique says, Haley, please don't do this. We can fix it. We are sorry. Noehflake says, it's over. I do love you. What love is left there? It's so broken and shattered. This is so dramatic for Discord DMs. Lady Diabolique says, love, please. We can fix this. I'm coming to see you tomorrow. Noehflake says, no, we can't. Lady Diabolique says, I can't even refund the hotel now. This reads like a fanfic, yeah. I can't even refund the hotel now. Please, give us the weekend. We can fix this. Acting like the much younger person's child, yeah. Getting spammed by alters in a group chat. Too crazy. Could never be me. Yeah. Lady Diabolique. I can't even refund the hotel now. Please, give us the weekend. We can fix this, please. We beg you. Talk to us. We overreacted. It was too much at once. Please, please. Noehflake says you didn't. You reacted like normal. I f***ed up. I f***ed picked up again and again and again and again. Lady Diabolique says stop. It can be worked on. Please talk to us. Stop shutting us out. Noehflake says anytime we try, we just fuck up again. Lady Diabolique says, we love you. No, there have been dozens of successes. Noehflake says, and hundreds of fuck-ups. Lady Diabolique says, not true, stop. Please listen. I know you are upset. Noehflake says, I'm more than upset. Diabolique says, but we can't lose you. Noehflake says, I've been more than upset. Diabolique says, so have we, but you promised you would stay. You said you wanted us. Noehflake says, I did. Diabolique says, and now you don't. Noehflake says, I can't. Diabolique says, you can. You are just being scared. Noehflake says, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Diabolique says it will get better. Noehflake says I could barely do this for a couple of months. True! Imagine realizing that this person is like this all the time and all these requirements are on you. Realizing you can't do it. I could barely do this for a couple months. Diabolique says, love, please. Noehflake says I'm shattering into pieces. Lady Diabolique says, try, listen. Noehflake says, I've tried. Diabolique says, have you? Noehflake says, repeatedly. Diabolique says, you posted shit from Amy. Noehflake says, fuck off. Diabolique says, that isn't try. No, we love you and are fighting for this. Noehflake says, it's over. Diabolique says, no, it isn't. Please, don't go. Love, please. Then she tweets this out. This Diabolique person. What is wrong with these people? I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I fucked it all up. Oh my god. I lost the girl I loved. And then it's like, Noehflake blocked her, I guess. 1221, Zena's involvement in the gaslighting of Noehflake. Noehflake says, I can't do it anymore, ZZ. I'm sorry. I can't let your relationship suffer either by waiting until you pulled the plug, so we're doing it. Zena says, what are you talking about? Noehflake says, it's just over. I can't handle the relationship anymore. The 180 she does on Blue Sky is crazy too, yeah. Zena says, I understand that you are stressed. To address this stuff from above, as far as letting my relationship suffer, that's not really a choice you can make. Nor would I pull the plug. I've never advocated for that. Is there anything I can do? Everyone, myself included, was looking forward to our holiday with you. Noehflake says, I don't think so. I'm so burned out and stressed out. I keep breaking. I don't think I can last until a therapist can try and fix me. After this, I don't know what amount of the trip could be salvaged. I don't think one trip can fix a loss of love and building resentment. Zena says, I think that there are ways you struggle, but you're not as broken as you think. We want you to have a therapist for your own sake too, so that you have support and help and someone to go to. Noehflake says, I'm still going to try and get a therapist for my own sake. Zena says, as far as the rest, I think that's something to talk out. Noehflake says, I don't think there's any more talking things out. Zena says, why not? Noehflake says, I've been getting trauma responses from just talking to them and interacting with them more and more. Like, just the act of them sending me a message makes my hands tremble. How is this not older people taking advantage of a young woman who needs help? It is. It is absolutely that. We want you to have a therapist too, interestingly. Poppy happens to be a therapist, Jesus Christ. Okay, Zena replies, trauma coming up really hard in a new relationship is something that is pretty normal in new relationships. Do you think that Poppy typed this out? I wouldn't be surprised. That strong connection can remind the brain of past family stuff very easily. For flashbacks to occur, the brain only needs the tiniest vague reminder to start making associations. I have a feeling that a lot of extra past stress is getting mixed in with the present. Plus, you and Max are irreplaceable figures in our lives at this point. You both occupy so many different roles with the girls and myself too. Zena Bunny asks, what are you scared of happening? Noehflake says, I'm scared of talking to her at all. I'm scared of even more stress built coming up. I can't be with someone I'm terrified of. I've literally been told that if I hadn't broken up with Amy and Poppy killed herself, that it would be my fault. Poppy should not have a license. It's so concerning, yeah. That line from Penny, Zena says, that line from Penny I thought was inappropriate, but even so, she still wants to be with you. Plus, I've been working with her on that front. But where does the fear lead? What are the actual ramifications? Is Zena Poppy? No, Zena is her partner. Zena's like the chick who's always next to her in every stream. Also, Zena is the one who seemed to have the most out for Spawn. I get scared all the time. I'm terrified. I was terrified this weekend. That is an emotion that can go off for any number of reasons. It does not automatically mean that a situation is bad. Who even knows? Only it sounds like pop. It is a lot of therapy language. That fear that I felt was able to be worked through and healed. It was a lot of my own stuff, about being left out too. Poppy and the girls helped remind me about how much you care and have been telling me that you've been really working on communication. The fear went away and now I'm really excited. Emotions can be worked through and healed. I know that the girls would want to be there to reassure you and help heal things too. Plus, there are tricks to help compartmentalize this stuff so the raw, intense emotions are easier to deal with and can be dealt with in a healthy way. Noehflake says, I need my life back. I need to be able to have my other partners. I cannot be forced to spend 100% of my time and energy on the girls. Zena says, no one asked that of you though. Noehflake says, but it's been passively demanded. Zena Bunny says, no, it hasn't. Noehflake says, it really has. Anything involving other partners has been either to put an ultimatum or is such a triggering boundary that I can't even mention them. That was exactly what was asked, yeah. They want Noehflake to themselves and themselves only. These crazy bitches, OMG, yeah. Zena Bunny says, I've been trying to get you to take space when you need it for months. The ask is just to give a heads up on hard topics. Like with the date, the ask was to be upfront last night, and that way Poppy would know to compartmentalize and could give you space to do your thing. Giving an accurate time would mean, and Zena's just taking part in the gaslighting here. Giving an accurate time would mean that you had plenty of time with Sora uninterrupted so you could be present with Sora. And the girls as a whole would give you space to do your thing. Noehflake says, I wasn't given space. They messaged me anyway. They always do. Zena Bunny says they panicked in true BPD fashion. But did they go to school together? I don't know. I don't think so. They just started dating like 4 years ago or something. Zena says they panicked in true BPD fashion, but all that happened was messages. You can mute them and tell them you'll talk when you're done. You can also hold your boundaries. Noehflake says, my boundaries get trampled over repeatedly. Zena Bunny says, did you tell them to stop messaging or mute them? Noehflake says, I have before, then I just get guilt-trip messages of them being sad and missing me and asking if we're okay. Zena Bunny says before, but not this time, and that isn't them trying to guilt-trip. BPD literally changes how their brain functions and perceives things. It is hardwired to think that they will be abandoned every second, even with me, and I've been with her for 6 to 7 years. Oh, they met 7 years ago. Okay. Zena has zero self-respect. Yeah, wild. This is embarrassing. Zena says again, those are emotions. You're not responsible for them. The thing with BPD, compared to regular people, is that the capability of the range of emotions is much larger than for others. This goes for all of them. Happy, sad, anger, all of them. Noehflake replies, all they do is trigger all manner of trauma responses from me by doing things they can't help. Then Zena Bunny replies, what if the end result is that your trauma also can be seen and healed? All the parts where you're scared of others, where you are scared of yourself. Light can finally reach those places. You don't have to hide. It's a chance to truly unlearn the things that your past have taught you. When they say they miss you, it's because they care, not because they are trying to get you to do anything. If they wanted you to do something, they would just be direct. I think your past taught you to be fearful of anything passive. A lot of people can get a bit passive when they are scared too. It's not intentional. If anything, it is a sign that there is something to work on there. Noehflake replies, I'm terrified and just shut down. It has been happening more and more often. I've been disassociating a lot too. I'm constantly drained to the point of burnt out. Zena says a lot of old stuff got unlocked. The weaponization of therapy speak is on full display here. Yeah, I agree. Noehflake says I can't handle the responsibility of someone with BPD. I thought I could at first, but I had no idea what I was getting into. I looked things up. I really tried to know and to learn, but I cannot do this. Zena says, but then we talk about ways to deal with that and make plans for you to take personal care space. There have absolutely been times where the girls encourage you to take care of yourself and get sleep. Do you really think that you're doing that badly? Because I can tell you, you're not doing badly at all at the BPD stuff. Noehflake says, I'm putting entirely too much of myself into one relationship that parts of my life are suffering because I've been trying so hard to make it work. Zena says that can be addressed with some scheduling and planning. It happens and like where we get sucked into a new relationship and then sometimes you have to readjust the balance again. A new relationship does take a lot of work. It's true, but it's not a forever thing. Plus, aren't we pretty sure that you have BPD too? Are they diagnosing this person over the internet for real? There's probably something in your psychology that makes separating from partners really hard. You fight me on this all the time, you silly. Noehflake says, no idea. Poppy was always back and forth on how I can have it, but not express these symptoms properly. She also said BPD and autism are opposites, yet I seem to have both. Zena says you've expressed them quietly, but we have assessments you can take. Noehflake says I can easily not respond to a partner for hours and hours. I just couldn't handle the sad puppy messages I would get from Poppy. Zena says there's ways to compartmentalize that. I've been trying to teach the girls how I compartmentalize too. I can teach you. Noehflake says it really doesn't matter anymore now. Zena says, do you think anything would happen if you didn't get to those messages right away? Noehflake says yes. Zena says, okay, like what? Noehflake says she talks like it's the end of the world, talks about how I must be mad at her. She kept posting crying emojis like that constantly to a point where I just became numb to it. Zena says, okay, she has emotions. Noehflake says she does. Zena says, but then after that, it's making up and reconnecting. Oh my God, this is so much. Noehflake says my desire to reconnect is basically gone. Making up doesn't even sound appealing. It's just going back to more stress. Zena says, honestly, things have been even less stressful here. Her reactions even better regulated. I think a lot of this is you figuring out you fit and how you take space and you work. For example, she couldn't even plan her own bottom surgery, hardly. But this trip, she has started early, planned, and is asking me questions to make sure that things are as comfy as possible with both of us. Her therapist on Wednesday gave us a few things to watch out for with BPD and some Poppy internal narratives about her self-worth. Like there's a very real movement happening. Some big stuff is actually able to move because of the work that you two do together. It sounds to me like you need reassurance about it being okay to take some space away, even if Poppy is having reactions or big emotions. Poppy is okay and will be okay if you do take space. I know because she's done this for me, and she really cares about you too. You and Max are really major figures in our lives. I would hate to lose you both like this. You're a friend and lover and mate and partner and parent to my closest family. Geez, that's a lot of roles for one person to fill. I know it's rough, but true. Chosen families working together to grow and learn. I figure there's a lot to think about here. Noehflake says, I just don't know. Xena Bunny says, I believe in you. I really do. Noehflake says, I don't. I mean, I believe in me. I don't believe in this. Well, it sounds like Noehflake really doesn't want to be in this relationship. Xena says, that's okay, but it's also not a permanent state. Noehflake says, and if it is, these people will do anything to find someone to come do the dishes. Jesus Christ, dude. Xena says, you and Poppy have very real mental health issues, but nothing is ever permanent. People do make improvements and work through things. There's a reason Poppy is a counselor. She gets to help people with that journey every day. Noehflake says, I just really don't know. I'm not even upset after breaking up with her. Just kind of disappointed. Yeah. Xena says, nods. I think it's okay not to know. That sounds like the emotions are not hitting right away to me. You know that we literally planned our Christmas around you, right? Like, we've never done that with another person, ever. Noehflake says, I know. And after all this, Poppy accuses the kid of unbelievable. Yeah, it's crazy. Xena says, I keep seeing the same piece of personal work pop up whenever you have major issues like this. I honestly think that piece hasn't been resolved and worked through yet. There's this pattern that keeps playing out. Have you been noticing that too? I realize it's probably sleep time for you. I guess I'm not sure what to do. For us, we would be going to bed earlier than usual and getting on the road. We still have the hotel reservations, and I'm not sure what to do with those. Noehflake says, I don't know, but the longer this relationship goes on, the more I resent her. My gut tells me to get away from this. I wanted this weekend. I wanted this relationship. I tried really hard, but nothing was ever good enough for longer than a few hours or a day. I don't need constant reassurance. I just need to feel like I'm not an emotional punching bag. Xena says, both you and Poppy have a lot of trauma. You both have massive effects on each other. There's also a kid that you agreed to be a parent to. Bro, you've got to be kidding me. They're actually going to treat one of Poppy's alters as like a literal kid, a literal child. Raps Chick says, whoa, they said the person desperately trying to break up with them. Yeah. Hi, Keldoge, how's it going? This is a hell, what a thing to walk in on, yeah. Noehflake says, I know, Pepper is totally perfect and fine. I just can't handle 2 out of 4 of them. Xena says, but Haley, you blocked everyone essentially. That the exact thing that Pepper was afraid of, which cuts her off from you. She came out of work scared and crying. She was crying last night too. In fact, she's been freaking out way more than anyone else lately. I'm sorry that you've been feeling so rough, but there are skills to help with this. Things really have been more stable. Poppy had a black split today. I don't know what that means. That's all. They suck, but they do go away, and the most that happened was a lot of emotional vomit. You also have your black splits, and they suck too, be on this end with. But we work through it. We try to address it the best we can and then move on. You're so close to actually getting to see us in person as real people. Sorry, got to hang out with a girl I really like. Now gotta dive into the insanity. LOL. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Noehflake says, I've been steadily getting more and more unstable. I've been splitting constantly. How do I stay in a relationship that I'm growing to hate? I love Pepper. I do. Joke's on you. I wasn't going to tell you, but I'm saving my channel points to make you play a game of League. He will leave you then. Wait, who? Oh, you're talking to Keldosh? Oh, she will leave you then. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, no, that was for me, Star. LOL. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Sorry. Okay. Zena says, if you truly hate it, there's nothing I can do. Noehflake says she's amazing. Zena says, but she's part of Poppy. Noehflake says she is. Zena says, there are things worth fighting for. Worth working through the stress, gaining skills so it's easier doing personal work for. There's a lot here worth fighting for. I genuinely believe Poppy and Penny and Pepper and Peppermint. Why are they all named with a P? And even Sentinel. Oh, okay, Sentinel. And me too. I believe that we are worth it. We are worth fighting through all of the past fear that comes up, and we are worth growing and learning for. Dude, just let her go. We come with genuine family and a lot of love. Just let Noehflake be. Just leave her alone. I ask that you take some time to think things through genuinely. Even in my life, there is room being made for you. Let us know by 10 p.m. if we are not driving out in the morning. If you want more time to think on the relationship, separate from the trip, that's still an option. Not the anime monologue. I know. Mind you, the Zena woman pushes Noe and promises Noe is going to be alright if they let Poppy sleep with them, then joins in on calling Noe a rapist when Noe still dumps Poppy. That is so f***ed up. Noehflake says, how does anyone even have a remotely enjoyable time after this on the trip? Zena says, the goal is to get time to see you as a person, and you'd be surprised. Noehflake says, what if the trip happens and then it's for nothing? Zena says, so what? At least we tried. We just want to see you. Noehflake says, okay, I'm just terrified. Zena says, I know. So Noehflake says, I don't think this trip will change anything for me. Dude, she is trying so hard to tell them I'm not into this. Zena says, I think you grew up with some really toxic people that never wanted to get better, and I would bet they would just use situations to their advantage instead of trying to work towards something better. That isn't Poppy. She literally does this kind of therapy that is equivalent to speed running in video games. She always has done her best to keep trying and keep working. She's making huge strides here too to help balance things and make sure that there's room for both of us. The girls are all part of that effort together. Everyone, myself included, genuinely want a chance to get to know you, all of you. It's up to you if you want to try. It really is your choice. I know it would have been pretty hard, and hindsight is 2020, but Noehflake should have blocked them when those two started the group chat gang up on her. Yeah. See, they're pressuring and promising things are going to be okay, but it's a big trap. Noe didn't deserve this. I agree. They pushed her into trying this, and then they accuse her of the deception. Yeah. Noehflake says, if I give this trip a chance and it changes nothing for me, that will only make it worse. Nothing can get worse from here. This is before they slander Noehflake for being a rapist. Yeah. Zena says, what am I even arguing with here? Nothing can get worse from here. Noehflake says, I mean, if I give her hope from this trip and nothing changes, how can they not make it worse? Oh my God. All of this, why does she write paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs? Zena Bunny says, there's a lot of emotional prep work that was done for this. Our therapist did her therapy magic. And the girls and I have been preparing for this too, like extensively. They even came into the craft store with us during the holiday rush to get stuff to make with you. Like Poppy hates the massive amount of people. Seeing people in person tends to take a lot of the excess noise/anxiety that can come up when all your brain has to go over text. If the trip goes well, cool, we hang out. You hang out as much as you want. If it doesn't, you go home and do whatever you want, and we just keep hanging at the hotel the rest of the time. And that's that. For all of us, I know that we would much rather know that we at least tried. I do want to try. I've come this far already. I hopped on board this entire train too. I know how much the girls love you and want to work to make things better and bring joy and connection to you too. They genuinely want to be happy to and want to work with you so you feel empowered in your life and happy too. I just don't say a whole lot because I've done this process with them and I want you to be able to do this process in your own way. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Zena says, oh sorry, Deep Sea Monster. Zena, nothing can get worse from here. Also, Zena and Poppy. calls Noe a rapist for still dumping Poppy after they got what they wanted out of her. Yeah. Zena says, okay, it's entirely your choice. I just want to be clear on that. How do you want me to handle things from here? Oh God, Noehflake gives in. Noehflake says, I ... don't know. We can try the trip. I'm really, really tired and worn out. Just reading is making me tired. I can't even imagine trying to juggle this person in your life. Zena says, go sleep. Noehflake says, yeah. Zena says, check in when you're awake again. I'll get us ready here. We still need to finish packing. Noehflake says, okay. 9:30 a.m. minus 4:30 p.m. equals 7 hours. Wait, what is this? When did this conversation start? Dude, this is a conversation. 1:02 p.m. and the conversation ends at like 4:27 p.m. 12:21 night. Isn't this called rape by pressure, coercion? I forgot the word. The goal is probably to tire the person out. Well, it works. They just hammered this poor girl until she gave in. Yeah. 12:21 night. Lady Diabolique. Good morning, darling. Noehflake says good morning. Diabolique says, thank you for re-adding me. I don't know why you did, but thank you. I don't know if this is appropriate, but I love you, and I'm sorry for me. Noehflake says, I'm sorry for me too. Diabolique says, apology accepted. Do you still want me? Noehflake says, I don't know what to think right now. Diabolique says, that makes sense. It is okay. I still want you. I love you, just so you know. Me too. Noehflake says, I know. Offers a hug to Pepper. I'm sorry for me, kiddo. Diabolique runs over for hugs. I love you, and you can't go. You scared me, but I accept your apology. Squeezes you tightly. Hugs you tightly. Diabolique says, Mom, are you okay? Noehflake says, no. Diabolique says, I'm sorry. Hugs again. Can I help? Noehflake says, I don't know. Sorry, little spider. I'm not going to read this RP out, okay? It's so cringe. It's so cringe. I can't. Not the nuzzle uwu. It's so bad, dude. I'm not reading it. I'm not reading that part out. I could pet you. I don't know what happened today, but I will try to fix it. Holy online, what the I agree with you. You have to read it. Star, you have to I'm not reading that. I can't keep reading these italics things. I could pet you. I don't know what happened today, but I will try to fix it. Mom, it will be okay. Mistakes happen. We will figure it out. I just got here. What is she reading? Oh, boss it. You have no idea the levels of mental illness that this is. Star Red Christian, I can believe her. I believe in her. Dude, God, it's so tiring. Okay. Kind of hard to follow the story without hearing these missing parts. You guys are assholes, okay? You guys are so, you guys. Okay, fine. Lady Diabolique says, hugs you and kisses your lips with a peck. I could pet you. I don't know what happened today, but I will try to fix it. Mom, it will be okay. Mistakes happen. We'll figure it out. Noehflake says, yeah. Diabolique says, you are our family, and even if we crack a little, we can still fix it. Love is the glue. Oh, God. Disgusting. Thank you for the subscribe, Quasi-Spec. Okay. Why are you petting your mom? So bad. Okay, look. You all better be super chatting and sharing my stream around, because I'm not doing this for nothing, okay? Okay, anyways, I lost it at the RP. God, dude, I can't do this. These people ain't right. Love is the glue. So gross. Okay. We are all broken, but we crack and fix each other until it becomes something beautiful. Plus, you get hugs tomorrow. Included Zena in the conversation. Zena says, hi, wanted to check in with you. We already know what the glue is. They were tweeting about it earlier. God damn it, Eli, please. Please. Eric Baker says, I'm laughing so hard, I'm crying. Please. Please. Okay. Included Zena conversation. Hi, I wanted to check in with you. Noehflake, I'm not great managing. What, do you guys want me to do different voices for each character now too? You want me to do a baby voice for the baby self? Shared before even typing in chat. Sharing is caring. Thank you, Maya. The cringe is so potent, I'm shriveling like a prune. Is this the love that is glue? Please send them all to the glue factory. Make one of them sound like an MLP character. I don't know what that is supposed to. Yes, please. It seems on brand. Hey, I'm the one Poppy accused of doxing because I'm local to her and showed a city-to-city driving directions. I'm going live in about 35 minutes myself. Damn. I hope you didn't dox them, but whatever. Well, thank you for being in the chat, Rodhan. You guys should go check out Rodhan's YouTube. Okay, they want me to do... I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I didn't say it right. The other can sound like Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know how to do these voices, guys. You're just gonna get what you get, okay? If I'm doing voices. Okay. Noehflake says, I'm not great managing. Zena says, nods. Try to take it easy on you. Remember to use your breathing if things start feeling like a lot. You can help your body calm itself that way. You still cool meeting up this weekend? Noehflake says, yeah. Max is trying to hold everything together. Zena says, got it. Thanks for checking in. Noehflake says, of course. Zena says, also, it's okay to not respond or tell Penelope that you need to stop messaging back while you're at work. I'm just giving the reminder because I know that everyone is anxious or scared, but we do want you to have a day as possible at work. Noehflake says, I'm simply some combination of Max and Haley. I don't know what to feel or if I do right now. But Zena says, then my suggestion would be to focus on you. Listen to calming stuff while you work. Try to be intentional with your breathing. Between tasks, do this, or after moving something, do this. Big, long, slow breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Doing that about 3 to 5 times is especially helpful. Remember that you're safe and cared for, and that this will pass. Noehflake says, I hope so. I do, yeah. Back to Poppy conversation. Okay. This is legit 2 versus 1, and the end goal is to force Noe to sleep with them. I mean, if we believe what Poppy says about herself, it's like 8 versus 1. Obviously, I don't believe it, but... Noe says, I do, yeah, I guess in response to something that Poppy said. Okay, Diabolique says, if you want them, that is. You don't have to hug us, just to be clear. I just love you, so does Penny and Poppy. Okay, I have to do the baby voice for this, right? Miss Haley, if we're being a nuisance, please let us know. We could go if you like. Noehflake says, we are driving. Diabolique says, understood, Miss Haley. My apologies. Looks down with troubled face. Sits down far away, just giving space. I hate this. Hugs mom, unsure of what to do. Noehflake hugs back. The cringe actually hurts. Thank you for the $1.99, okay? I am not doing this for free, okay? I just died. I'm embarrassment. I hate you guys. I really do. Miss, is there anything I can do to help? Otherwise, I can focus on packing. Noehflake says, please focus on packing. So you still want us to come there, miss? Noehflake says, yes. As you wish, miss. Curtsy. Diabolique looks up a bit confused, but looks down again. Noehflake sits beside Poppy and leans against her. Please never use a baby voice again. This is the greatest stream ever, please. End me, bruh. Okay, Diabolique leans next to Haley. I don't know how to feel. Should I apologize? Be upset? Or just be happy that you were even interacting with me? I never thought I would hear from you again. ... Rubs eyes that are red from crying. Oh my god, dude. Leans over and kisses your cheek. Noehflake says, I'm ... We're ... Some combination of Max and Haley right now. Everything is jumbled and difficult. She says her alters are always aware, even with Poppy banging their moms. I guess. Okay. All this is guilt tripping, love bombing, and pressuring. It is. Diabolique says, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going to happen, but I might be skittish around Max for a while. I have to drive Bunny down to my friend's to watch her. I need to take pain meds because my head hurts and my eyes hurt. Noehflake says, I don't know what will happen either. Diabolique says, I know what I want to happen. I love you with all my heart, and I want you in my life. Today has been so hard. I'm so sorry. Noehflake says, it has. All of this over meeting a person? Yeah. Kamikaze says, I'd say these people need a life, but if this was my life, I'd apply for maid. God, Jesus Christ. Why is Poppy acting like the top right now? Okay, so the baby self has gone away, or whatever, her kid self has gone away, and now her normal Poppy alter is there, or whatever, okay? Apparently, one of Poppy's kinks is... So this banging their mom is on brand. Oh, so Christian 2.0. And this whole thing was because of a goddamn tweet Poppy still managed to get Noe to take down. She finally got what she wanted in the end. This had to go on for hours, if not days. Jesus Christ. I hate it here. Oh my god. Crazy people. Crazy people. Okay, Diabolique says, do you even love me at all? Or is it all just gone and just resentment now? I will do anything I can to get you. I just need to know there's something. Noehflake says, I don't know. Everything is just in pain right now. Diabolique says, looks down. I can understand that. I feel like everything got weird. Felt so angry, and now I just want to apologize. I'm sorry. For me. I wish I could be the partner you deserved. Starts crying again. Why did you come lean next to me? Noehflake says, you needed comfort. I'm sorry that we aren't much right now. Watch, Poppy will ask soon about the tweet and ask to take it down. Prudensity redeemed hydrate 1000. I have a ginger ale, so I'm going to hydrate myself with a ginger ale, okay? What the f happened to the baby voice is the baby altar is gone. The baby altar is not there right now. When the baby altar comes back, I will, you know, whatever, okay? I'll do it, okay? I think peppermint or pepper, one of those is a baby or a child or whatever. I don't know. Teenager. Noehflake says, you needed comfort. I'm sorry that we aren't much right now. Diabolique says, sorry. I'm not trying to be paranoid. I do need comfort, and any amount is good. I just wish under all that pain, I know if you still loved me. Or if it's just pity at this point. Noehflake says, it's not pity. Diabolique says, then what is it? Noehflake says, we still care. Diabolique says, I'm glad you do. I keep oscillating between feeling like I was justified and I'm a monster. Noehflake says, you are not a monster. Diabolique says, aren't I? Noehflake says no. Diabolique says, I don't know how. All I do is cause pain. I'm sorry I came in and f***ed up your life. I'll come there this weekend and try to make it up to you as best as I can. Please don't throw me away. Check Discord star. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I will read this after. Remind me after I finish reading this. Oh my god. Oh my god. The story that keeps on giving. And Kick is not a scam. Hell exists. And Kick is not a scam. Okay. I will read those things that you guys have posted in there. I am liking this new group of people we have in our chat here. This is terrible. Oh my god. Okay. This actually bothers me a lot. She was so much younger. Yeah. Oh god, dude. Oh god. And Snickersnack also has been like posting some hella crazy stuff. Okay. Noehflake says, I don't... Diabolique says, sorry. Sorry. Myself seems to care and upset you. I would be anything just not to be abandoned by you. I really would move heaven and earth for you. I love you that much. Even after today, I didn't want you to go. I didn't hate you. I can't. It isn't possible. It's like the cringe fair has come to town. Noehflake says, I don't hate you. Diabolique says, it felt like it earlier. I'm going to be driving for a bit so we can take Bun down to Wednesday's house. I love you and I hope you still love me. Then this is 40 minutes later. I love you. I missed you. Leans into you. I really can't wait to see you. Even after all this, I just want to see your face. Please, just say something to me. This is who you're getting pressured by the way. Noehflake says, I don't know what to say. Lady Diabolique says, do you want to see me tomorrow? Noehflake says, yes. Diabolique says, do you still care for me? Noehflake says, I still care about you. Do you still love me at all? Lays head on your shoulder. Noehflake says, I don't know what I feel. Diabolique presses face into you. Oh, but you don't hate me. Noehflake says, no. Diabolique says, is it okay if you want, it is okay if you want to. I probably deserve it. Noe sounds so defeated here. It's horrible. Yeah. Nasty. Love bombing. Yeah. I put on my robe and wizard. Okay. Lady Diabolique says, just ... If it turns out you don't want me, please don't side with Mylena. Max ... That is hard to believe. I don't even know how I feel about you from earlier. I'm not saying that aggressively. I legitimately don't know. You scared me. I thought you wanted to hurt me. Damn, this shit goes on for a while. Yeah, I hate this. It's an episode of All My Children. Oh my god. Noehflake, nobody wanted to hurt you. Diabolique, I know, but you still scared me. I don't know what to do with that. Noehflake, we don't know what to do either. Diabolique, but I also know you are needed. Just ... Please don't hurt her. I know you don't have emotions, but I do. Noehflake says, they can't hurt me. Diabolique says, but you can hurt me. I'm not worried about me hurting you. I'm worried about you destroying me. I'm not trying to cause conflict. Noe legit said she doesn't love Poppy, and Poppy still thinks I'm still gonna sleep with this woman, and then acts shocked. Noe sticks to her guns. This, all my dysfunctional Discord alt children. So true. Noehflake says, I don't see a conflict. Lady Diabolique, I just needed to speak to that. Penny is too scared to front anymore. Noehflake says, we are sorry for our part. Diabolique, I appreciate that. I do not know about her. She has been silent. Noehflake, I hope she recovers. She is very sweet and loving. Diabolique says, Babu was until you re-added us. She was trying to fix everything. Trying to control her angry. I haven't seen her like this. I love you. Getting back on the road. Noehflake says, be safe. Diabolique says, I'll do my best. Just please be here when I get back. And tomorrow, when I get there and you wake up, please come see me. Sorry I'm so needy. Noehflake says, I will see you tomorrow. I will be here when you get back. Who the fuck is Babu? I have no idea. If Star bursts into big tears, this would actually be the cherry on top, but that would ruin that great makeup. I can't fake cry, at least not with tears. I can do my exaggerated fake crying when I'm in the banana suit or when I'm in the fish suit, when I'm doing like the simulated mental breakdowns, you know? But I have to get into a really good headspace for that too. Hurry and buy Stardust HelloFresh. They're going fast. So true. I wonder which of one of Poppy's alters is responsible for driving. That's a good one. Injure yourself, easy tears, bite your tongue. Doesn't work for me. I don't even cry when I'm injured. I just cry to emotional pain, but I can't. Yeah. Anyways, Lady Diabolique says, home safe. Noehflake says, good, good. Diabolique says, can I hug you? Noehflake says, yes. Diabolique leans forward and hugs you tightly. Noehflake hugs you back. Diabolique, can I kiss you? Noehflake leans in and kisses you softly. Diabolique kisses you back gently. Hand moves to your cheek, looks into your eyes, leans forward, kissing you again. Please, don't give up on you, me, or us. We both had ... a really bad day. But we get to see each other tomorrow. And if you still want me, I didn't cancel the tickets for Jan. I haven't done anything other than delete things from Twitter. No pressure. I just wanted you to know that despite my overreacting, I didn't burn anything down. I needed to leave a door open, even if I am upset. I could never do that to you. I didn't even take off the ring. I couldn't. I didn't even try. I can't do this. What the dude? I just puked while laughing. Oh my god, Grayscale. Okay, hi BK. Oh, what a time for you to come in. What a time for you to come in. Noehflake, the ring is still on our hand. Diabolique, you didn't take it off? Noehflake, we did not. Diabolique, I imagined you would have thrown it across the room. Oh my god, this is like actually that like little dialogue from that Britney Spears thing. I would have thought you threw it into, I thought the old lady threw it into the ocean. Well, baby, I went and I got it for you. Why does this switch from RPing and actual talking? It literally is from that Britney Spears song. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? That Britney Spears song where the dialogue is interrupted with like, Brittany, I got something for you. And then she's like, but I thought the old lady threw it into the ocean. And then the guy's like, well, baby, I went down and I got it for you. You know? Like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. It's literally from that. It sounds so similar. Oops, I did it again. Is that from Oops, I Did It Again? Brittany, who is that? Some Zoomer thing? Britney Spears. Yeah, it's from Oops, I Did It Again. This chat just reminds me of when I met my ex and the guy she was dating at the time would literally beg on his knees and say like this in text form. Oh my god. Yeah, oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Ooh, baby, baby, oops, you think I'm in love. Got sent from above, I'm not that innocent. The ring's in question. Ooh, okay, let me pull this up. Now it's stuck in my head. Thanks, LOL. Oh, the bit in question. Okay, let me find the bit in question and then I'll do the rings in question. Low-key, you should do covers, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. I studied music and I studied music my entire life, but you know how music majors end up. They end up streaming. No, I'm just kidding. I had other jobs too, but this is now my main thing. This is the bit, okay. Yeah, let's listen to the bit. Reenacting for copyright reasons. Brittany, before you go, there's something I want you to have. Oh, it's beautiful, but wait a minute, isn't this? Yeah, it is. But I thought the old lady dropped into the ocean in the end. Well, baby, I went down and I got it for you. Aw, you shouldn't have. God, I know this by heart. I'm sad you can't play it, yeah. Same place art majors end up. So many Twitch people have done music, including me. Damn. Could host karaoke nights or something, could be fun. Usually what happens is during a normal stream when I'm not doing crazy like this, if we hit like stream goals, I'll do like some songs for the chat. Hey, it's Lissy. Thank you for the 99 cents. W Stardust is so good. Okay, the rings in question. Snicker Snack, link this to me. Just so we know what the rings are that they're talking about. And we saw this earlier, I think. But It's the moth rings that they got. I felt that song way too much as a 6-year-old. Oh my god. Thank you for the 99 cents. See, let me see what the thing is. It's it's a screaming emoji. Thank you. Okay. These are the rings, by the way. These rings they bought off Etsy. She was drunk on her. She had to be mesmerized by her since the first time she saw her. Drawn to her like moth to a flame. Being with her was dangerous, but worth the happiness. 2 sterling silver Luna moth rings connecting one heart to another. I love you, Noehflake, on Twitter. So yeah, these are the rings they're talking about. Okay, Lady Diabolic, you didn't take it off? Noehflake, we did not. Diabolic, I imagined you would have thrown it across the room. I thought the old lady threw it into the ocean. Noehflake, neither of us were angry. Diabolic, Max felt like it. I didn't think you were angry, just anxious and... Never mind, that should wait until in person. Noehflake says, neither of us were angry. Diabolique, I know, but Max ... was aggressive towards Penny in a way that really hurt her. It just scared me. The voices make it so much worse. Diabolique, I know, but Max was aggressive towards Penny in a way that really hurt her. It just scared me. Noehflake, I'm sorry for that. Diabolique, I'll say more later. But please, no, she really did want to fix it. And that she just wanted acknowledgement for what had happened, nothing more. Leans in to kiss you again. Noehflake kisses you back. If she threw it across the room, it would have broke. True. Diabolique, can I ask a favor? I deleted everything I posted. Noehflake. Question mark? Diabolique, this might be pushing it, but can the Amy quote tweet please be deleted? It's still appearing in my feed, and it goes against everything we agreed to. Noehflake, fine. Diabolique, thank you. I'm not trying to be a bitch. It just really fucked me up and brought a lot up. A lot of scary stuff for me. Looks down. Anyway, thank you again. It means a lot. Genuinely. Heart. Guys, that is pretty disgusting. She made her still delete the tweet. She actually made her delete the tweet. What was the Amy quote tweet again? It was like, mask on, mask off. It was basically her quote tweeting Amy and saying like, let me see. This is the biggest cringe I've ever seen. It's too much scrolling up. But basically, Amy was tweeting out like, oh, I tracked all these twinks, and then Noehflake quote tweeted her saying like, oh, you know, it was like flirting or something. So okay, Diabolique, thank you. I'm not trying to be a bitch. Just really fucked me up, and brought up a lot of scary stuff for me. Looks down. Anyway, thank you again. It means a lot. Genuinely, heart emoji. Noehflake, I hope it helps. Diabolique, it does a lot, as both an act of care and a genuine act of good faith for this weekend. We both black split hard, and I'm sorry for my part. I should have handled myself better. It was just a lot all of a sudden, but that is no excuse. I love you so very much. Pepper, oh, it's like a pepper. They use pepper to indicate when somebody with some other alter is speaking. There's pepper and then there's peppermint. I don't know which one is I don't know if pepper or peppermint is the one that's a baby. Me too. What does black split mean? I have no idea. Oops, I did it again to your heart. I have it stuck in my head now. Really need more creative names here. I agree. Okay. We love you a lot, Mom. Is it okay if I still call you Mom? You don't have to be my mom. Noehflake, if that's what you want. Or sorry, if that's what you wish. Diabolique, what do you want? Noehflake, I don't know. Diabolique, you don't know about me? After last night, I thought we were okay. Noehflake, we're extremely fractured and thinking is difficult. Feelings are out of touch. God, this is gonna be clipped. I hate you guys. Lady Diabolique hugs Mom. Noehflake, it's mostly automation. Diabolique, even still, I love you, and I want you as my mom, and I want you to be with Poppy. I want us all to stop hurting each other with things that should be easy to not do. I want to be your spooter again. Hugs you again. Noehflake, you're a good little spider. Diabolique, I'm sorry you are fractured. No one wanted that. The system just got hit with too much. Noehflake, as did we. Diabolique, again, no wanted that. Noehflake, everything cracked. Diabolique, same, we fell apart. Black split equals BPD, black and white splitting. So basically, black split is when they view someone as entirely negative. Rad Priestess says, how is this turned into Mom Don't Leave Lamau? Mom needs to go out for some cigs and never return, you feel? Jesus Christ. Okay. The game of fronting. Jesus Christ. I got distracted by my Discord. I gotta minimize it. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. Back to this. Same. We fell apart. Noehflake. I don't have the energy to fix the break. Diabolique, we cried in Zena's arms all day. Cancel every quiet. Is this still the baby? I don't know. Noehflake, we are sorry. Diabolique, we just couldn't. Noehflake, your job is more important than all this. You cried in Zena's arms all day. That's laying it on thick. Squirrel. Oh my god. Diabolique, but you affect us and it was the middle of a work day. Everything cracked. We wanted to go away. Noehflake, we are aware. Diabolique, sorry. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. Noehflake, we don't. Diabolique, just saying what happened. We feel bad. Noehflake, I came back to be immediately hit by cringe waves again. I'm sorry. You guys asked for this. Noehflake, we don't really feel it all right now. Diabolique, you don't feel bad about anything? That makes sense. We just keep switching between feeling like we had a right to be upset and feeling like we should have just stuffed it and never said a word. We never meant to hurt you. You were, Noehflake says, you were allowed to be upset. Diabolique, so are you. But it feels like we can't be without scaring you. Penny was really trying to make it better. Noehflake says you can't scare us right now. Diabolique, she got scared because seeing that quote tweet brought up ideations for Poppy. We thought it meant that we were no longer safe. I wish you could feel something. Even just be mad at me. Something. Noe says, feelings can't be trusted, so we remove them. Diabolique, but feelings are important. They tell us to keep trying, and that we love you, and that no matter how bad it gets, we are going to weather the storm, because you will be there at the end. I trust that if I need you, you will be there. You even re-added us. You didn't have to do that. So you had to miss us a little. Noehflake says, ZZ talked to us. Diabolique says, we know, but the talk wouldn't have been meaningful if you still didn't care about us or you weren't conflicted about this. That was all you. I don't know what this is supposed to be, this red emoji. I think it's another altar showing up. Every time there's an emoji, it's like a different altar showing up. We are all going to need therapy after this. Oh yeah, absolutely. Leans against you. In a weird way, it is funny. This all happened. Did she ask to take down the tweet yet, or have I not missed it yet? She asked, yes. Can I send my therapy bill to Poppy? Don't do that, Snickersnack, because she'll try to be your therapist instead. In a weird way, it's funny this all happened. We talked about how great things were with us on stream. Nothing specific, but just difficulties we had worked through. I genuinely do believe we can make it through this, and I believe in you and us. And I'm sorry I make this so hard. I'm sorry for me, for being this way. If I could get rid of it, be free of it, I would. Noehflake says, you can't change it. This is not your fault. Lady Diabolique says, that is the same as saying there's no hope. You can absolutely do better. Absolutely. So I keep working in therapy. I want you to come with us. Help me. Us. You also aren't at fault for your trauma. That is why we aren't mad about today. There's a pattern we are all playing out, and we have to break it. Haley, I love you. Hugs you close. It's not a Zena Glitterbell. This is a Noe. Wait, what am I missing? What am I missing in this? Oh, it's not some race play thing. Yeah, the black split. Yeah, it's not race play. In fact, boss it. I will have you know. I think all of the people involved in this are white, so there's no race play involved in here. There's no race play at all in this. This is all manipulative tactics to try and reel Noe back in. Wow. Look, I'm just saying it's all white people, and I'm just saying. Okay, I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I think that it's all white people. Anyways. Okay, I forgot about the racism allegation. Yeah. Look, I don't know enough about this to say whether they're racist or not. I'm just saying there's no race play involved here. Okay. Hugs you close. Noehflake, hugs. Diabolique, rubs your back. Please come back. I know it's scary and hurts. I just want to know if there's any love for me left in you. Noehflake, I don't know. I'm sorry. Diabolique, I sent a pic earlier. Did my face bring up anything? Diabolique, any emotion? Oh, wait. Noe says, you did. Diabolique, any emotion? Noehflake, you are pretty, but no. Diabolique, looks down. I can only hope that you feel difference seeing me in person. I have to hope. I can't lose this. I don't think I'm strong enough. Leans against you again and puts my head on your shoulder. I miss Haley. Noehflake says, I'm here. I've been here. Imagine having a multiple system and not having POC systems. I wouldn't put it past Poppy to have a black altar or something. I can't be racist. Oh my god, dude, please. Why are they writing this like a novel? I don't know. That's true too, Maya. That's even funnier, is the fact that that they are a system. And you know that all of the system members are white as well. It's so funny. Just the idea that you have to have everyone or it is a catastrophe. God, dude. You sound so angry when you are the narrator. I'm trying to, you know, really communicate their emotions in this. The token black altar. Oh my God. One of them is an English maid, so it's possible. Wait, for real? I guess it is, yeah. Oh my God, that would be so funny if there was like one altar in there that was a different ethnicity. Can you imagine? Okay, either way, the idea of altars is just hilarious to me. Okay. Let me continue reading this. The one that kept saying miss. Oh, okay. Okay, I have to do an English voice now too on top of this. I'm here. I've been here. Diabolique. I know, but it feels like so much of Max is holding you up right now that you're gone. Noehflake. That is possibly true. Diabolique. And I'm struggling to resolve you re-adding me, but not knowing if you love me anymore. Part of me almost wishes you would lie. I feel so scared you aren't going to want me when you meet me. Noehflake. Lying wouldn't help, so I don't. Diabolique. I know. I just wish you could tell me one way or the other, Max. Is there any reassurance you guys can give me? Noehflake. We will be there tomorrow. We want to stay the weekend if possible. Diabolique. We want you to stay the weekend too. It will be possible. But if you don't know how you feel about me, why come? I'm sorry if that's a hard question. I just want to understand. Did you not play the recording? You can't just gloss over it. The recording is not playable. This is all part of a Google Doc. Lamau, I wonder what's in the audio. I wonder too. I wish we had the audio. DID side of TikTok is really weird and really pathetic. Oh my God. Noehflake says to try. Diabolique. I can live with that. Please don't give up. I want to show you how good I can be. Are we still broken up? Diabolique. Hugs. Sorry if that was bad. Noehflake. I don't know. Sorry. Diabolique. Can we at least pretend we're not for the weekend? Because otherwise I don't know how to act towards you. Noehflake. Yes. Diabolique. I don't even know what we are right now. It feels like you still love me, but you're so shut down or so hidden in there that I can't find you. Can I ask it this way? Is there a chance that we come out of this weekend and we're back together and you want me still? Noehflake. There's a chance. Diabolique. Haley, do you want that to happen? Noehflake. Want what to happen? Diabolique. That chance to happen and us to still be back together. Noehflake. I don't know. She's relentless. Damn. Yeah, she really is. Deep Sea Monster says, mind you, Poppy knew that this was going to be an experiment to see if Noe still loved her. Then, when Noe still dumped her, she went crazier and called her a rapist by deception. How? I don't know. Hi, Elam. This shows how insane that allocation is, yeah. And the fact that somebody wrote an article about it, too. Okay, a monologue. Incoming monologue. Diabolique. Love, I don't think this is just the present situation, but I think you're dealing with a lot of past trauma. Ooh. Just using the same she typed up for Zena to send. At some point, if you figure it out, let me know, because it would really help if we had the same goal. I know what I want to come out of this weekend. I really hope you want the same thing. We keep playing out the same cycles again and again, and I don't think it's because we're bad people or we suck. I think it's because we keep triggering each other's trauma, and you have to figure out how to stop and do it in a way that doesn't lose the other. I'll stop bugging you with questions. I'm just scared. And I'm not saying that to guilt trip you, that you were hurt, and I'm just saying that because I don't know what to do and I don't know how to get reassurance. So I just have to take it that you have re-added me because there's hope. I love you. We're probably going to leave in an hour or two late. Because of everything today, we got so little done, but we're still packing, even now. Oh, need anime voice, anime monologue? Okay, for the next monologue, I'll do anime voice, okay? Noe is hardly saying anything. How did she even gather that? I don't know. This is legit dangerous. She has a degree to literally mess with your head. The worst manipulator is a therapist. Noe writes 3 words. Poppy writes 3 paragraphs. Yeah. Noe. Okay. Diabolique. Do you really want to see my face? Noe. Yes. Diabolique. Why? After everything I've done? Why even give me the chance? I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth, but I don't understand. You should hate me. Noehflake. I don't hate you. Diabolique. That didn't answer my question. Not that you have to. I just need to know that there's a very real chance that we still get to be together at the end of this. Not just a fraction, and not just an infinitesimal 1 in a million. Ooh woo. I've been working so hard all week. I can see you. So I can see you. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a bother, and I have no right to bug you for anything. You re-added me out of an act of kindness. I didn't mean you wanted to date me again or that you even want me. Ooh, I just got so excited. to be able to see you online, your online symbol again, and to know that maybe you wanted me. Then maybe this morning was just a bad dream. Haley, ... Okay. Jesus Christ, dude. A baby wouldn't know these words. I was doing anime voice. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at voices. Okay. Noehflake. Yes? Diabolique. There's no response to anything? Noehflake. I don't know. Diabolique. Okay. I'm sorry. I f***ed up everything so badly. I'll still come out. But if you decide you don't want me, it's okay. I'll never try to interact with you again. I wish you could tell me how you feel. Crying emoji. Noehflake. Broken. I feel broken. Lady Diabolique. Trauma does that. I didn't do that to you. Ooh, not taking responsibility. You wore her down. Trauma does that. I didn't do that to you. I'm not the bad guy here, and neither are you. I wish we could work together instead of getting our wires crossed. I'm sorry you feel broken. I feel broken too. I always feel broken, but today I was legitimately afraid that one of the best people I've ever met in the world decided she couldn't handle me. I hope someday you'll be able to say I love you again. I hope I can at least prove to you things are good enough that you can still come out in January. I want to show you my home and my friends. I want to show you that I can be worth being with. Is there anything you can say or to me or tell me, anything that gives you hope? Please tell me you're not just doing this out of pity. Noehflake, it's not out of pity. Diabolique, or are you just trying because Zizi suggested it? Or is there some reason beyond just trying? Noe's literally telling her how she feels. Poppy is the monster here that she keeps pushing. Yeah. Noehflake says, I don't know. This is exhausting. Diabolique, okay, fair enough. Just know that I'm doing this because I love you. The cost and the time is worth it. I want you in my life. Just do me a favor. When you do know if you want me or not, if you're still in love with me, tell me. If you want me, please tell me. If you want me to touch you or cuddle you, you really don't know what to say, do you? Noehflake, I don't know what to say. Diabolique, I'm sorry if I was hard to understand. I started crying again. I couldn't help it. It's okay if you don't want to do the nights or don't know what to say. You just wanted, we just wanted you to know that we still love you and care about you. Noehflake, hugs Pepper close. I'm sorry, little spider. Diabolique, hugs back. Jesus Christ. BRB showing these DMs to my husband and telling him to divorce me if I start doing this. Jesus, dude. Level 600 of a manipulation and level -20 of being slick. The voice you are doing should be a federal crime. Jesus. Noehflake, I don't want to make anyone cry or hurt anyone. Lady Diabolique. And remember, this is the baby altar, okay? Or kid altar. If it turns out you're not in love with me, Poppy... If it turns out you're not in love with Poppy and Penny, what happens to me? Noehflake, I don't know. I'm sorry. Diabolique, I know you don't want to make anyone cry or hurt anyone, but you leaving would do the worst. We're willing to work with you on everything. Why is there a kid altar? I don't know. I know things are broken right now, but just know that if I love you, I still want you to be my mom. Even if you can't see it, I believe in you. I know you can do this. I know you're strong enough. But you and Poppy are both dealing with BPD, and you've both been self-sabotaging. That stuff can be worked out. Don't give up on us. Did you at least listen to our good nights? Noehflake, yes. Diabolique, why did you think you would hurt or make someone cry? Did you want to yell at someone? Noehflake, I didn't. You were crying, Penny was hurt, Poppy was hurt, Peppermint is uncertain of themselves. Diabolique, can I say something directly without you getting mad at me? Noehflake, yes. I can't get mad at right now anyways. Oh god, dude. Okay, Diabolique. I think what happened earlier was you being really frustrated and anxious. And I think what happened is you tried to self-sacrifice so you could stop hurting Poppy and the rest of us. Yes, that would make it so you wouldn't be stressed out, but also would mean you would stop hurting us and making mistakes. It's a kind of self-sabotage. An altar that's a cop that arrests one of Poppy's altars. God, dude. The way you ended things earlier was really cruel, and it didn't really take me into consideration. We all deserve better than that, and you don't want to hurt us or make me cry, then we have to figure out how to make things work, because if losing you is going to cause that, more so than anything you could ever do to us. And also, you should know that crying and pain are part of the healing process and are part of growing stronger relationship too. Hugs mom. Noehflake, hugs. Diabolique, did you read all that? Noe, yes. Diabolique, okay, I just want to make sure everything I said up there is true. I'm going to try and get some sleep now because we have to get up early and try to get ourselves together in an hour or so. In an hour so that we can get on the road. You know I love you. You know Poppy loves you. Noehflake, good night, girls. Good night to all of you. Good for Noe not doing the I love you back or whatever. Poppy just role plays all day long and calls it OSDD. Yeah. I wonder how often these people jerk off. That's one of my questions. Okay, Lady Diabolique, or how often these people like pleasure them, you know, masturbate. Okay. This isn't a group chat, I don't think. It ties in line. I think this is DMs. Diabolique, Penny too. Zizi says goodnight too. I love you, Haley. Even if you don't love me, I will always love you. Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. Diabolique, I wasn't going to say anything more, but not telling the girls I love you is rough. Ooh, she's really... Diabolique is a bitch. Wow, okay. Poppy is now blackmailing her, not blackmailing her, guilt-tripping her into saying I love you. I wasn't going to say anything more, but not telling the girls I love you is rough. You know you still care, and I know you're still in love with Poppy. I get we are on thin ice, and you hold all the power here, but this feels excessive. You said you would still be with us for the weekend, but is that being with us? Do you even care? Noehflake, I care. Diabolique, about what? Al Gore is regretting creating the internet after this, yeah. Jesus. No matter what the number is, it's too high. Noehflake, you all. Diabolique, then why not say it to Pepper? I just don't understand, Moth. I'm not trying to fight. Noehflake, then don't fight. Diabolique, my sister deserves your best, though. They are really trying. Diabolique, I said that to clarify. Anyway, good night. I just thought I would throw in my 2 cents. Noehflake, good night, Penny. 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., 8 hours, 15 hours of persistent emotional turmoil with a few hours of sleep in between. Financial abuse, guilt-tripping, relentless harassment, confirmation of suicidal threats if Noehflake didn't pick Poppy over Amy, a person whom has had minimal contact with Poppy and made attempts to be amicable to her. This while also minding their kid and bathroom hoarding. Yeah, it's terrible. I blame the Discord UI. You can never find the darned settings you want. Imagine being stuck in this for hours and not being able to find how to just block a user. What is bathroom hoarding? It's in the previous document we read yesterday where the kid talks about like how much they hoard the bathroom and they hoard the kitchen. Say I love you to all my altars. Yeah, true. Okay. Notice how Noehflake becomes more distant and short of speech. A therapist would recognize Noe is becoming more and more uncomfortable, unenthusiastic, and more dissociated. The responsible thing to do is to step away properly and allow space for recovery. Poppy is aware Noehflake is dissociating heavily in these conversations as Noehflake tells her directly. Poppy keeps pushing. Well, here's the thing, Kamikaze 411. You can say that, but the kid was raised by Poppy since they were 4. So it's very hard to like leave a situation like that when that's all that you know, really. Like the only thing that we can say is that it got worse when Zena entered the picture. But 1222 DMs. Good morning, love. Offers hugs. Noehflake. Good morning. Lady Diabolique emote. Noehflake. Hugs. Diabolique. Still about the same? Noehflake. Yes. Diabolique. Emoji. I just woke up suddenly and missed you. Noehflake. Not long now, and you'll be able to see me. Diabolique. Haley. I know, but are you even going to be there? Emotionally, I mean. This is supposed to be a good thing. Noehflake. I can try. Diabolique. We are finally meeting after all this time. Shouldn't that be good? Noehflake. Yeah. Diabolique. We should still be in love and want this. I still want to kiss you when I see you. Nothing has changed for me. Love, please tell me some part of you wants me. Please, darling. I know you were probably busy. I just ... I need something to hope for. Emoji, emoji, emoji. Okay. Sorry for bothering you. Noehflake. Sorry, I spaced out. Diabolique. It's okay. It happens. Sounds like you dissociated. Noehflake. Probably. Diabolique. Did you read the above? Noehflake. Yeah. Diabolique. Anything? Noehflake. I don't know. Diabolique. Something. Please try to know. I'm trying to keep ZZ moving and fighting my own urge to run. I'm spending a lot on this. I need something. Noehflake. I don't know. Diabolique. Majin B. Mac. Hey, what's up? God, dude. I don't even know where to start with this, explaining this to you. Jesus Christ, dude. By the way, Ice Beans, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub. I didn't realize it was a gifted sub. Thank you so much. Got the horny goggles on too tight to see that Noe is not interested at all. Welcome back from blanking out. Back to it. LOL. Yeah, seriously. Hi, Kamikaze. Yes, this is toxic for teens, but these are like 40-year-olds, yeah. Star, you've earned a sub today. Thank you. Thank you. It's predatory behavior. Okay, and Patchwork Heart defends this monstrosity. Shameful. Thank you so much, Kamikaze, for the sub. Very much appreciated. What a king or queen or royalty. Thank you. Okay. I don't know. Diabolique, about me? How you feel about me? Can somebody explain it to Majin, by the way, in the chat? Somebody explain, just to give a quick brief thing to Majin, okay? Your voice works to earning those subs. Yeah, I work very hard. I'm here every day. Yeah, if somebody can just explain really briefly to Majin, just like a quick, like, these two are crazy. They're like, you know, OSDD, or I don't even know. They believe they're plural. One of them, they abuse their kid. They also now are being accused of abusing their partners. You know, there's all these docs made on them. I don't know. That would require me understanding what the fuck is going on in this drama. Oh god, dude. Good luck with that. I feel their ick catching on. Okay, how can I summarize this? This is about Poppy and Zena. They are two people from, like, the Vosh side of the internet, even though Vosh has never interacted with them. So it came out that, you know, Poppy was abusive as a partner, and we're seeing the logs to prove that. This is somebody that Poppy basically begged to, like, be in a relationship with, or at least to come see them, and then accuses Noehflake of later by deception. Poppy and Zena also were abusive to their kid. This kid grew up with Poppy, was raised by Poppy solely by Poppy since they were 4. Zena partook in a lot of, like, abusive tactics and stuff, etc., etc. I'm gonna go watch yesterday's stream after this. Maya, I do have to admit, yesterday's stream I don't think is as good quality as this one because I was even more confused yesterday. But yeah, I don't think they're friends with Vosh. I don't think Vosh even acknowledges their existence, honestly. Have we gotten to the DID altar that's a child? Yes, I've been doing the baby voice for them, Gibby. TLDR, Poppy is pressuring her ex into sleeping with them. Ex doesn't want to do it, but does it and still dumps Poppy, and Poppy accuses ex of being a rapist because she got dumped. The only time Vosh has acknowledged their existence is when they've paid for Vosh to acknowledge their existence. They defended Vosh over the horse loli, though. No way. Vosh probably did not want that association, if we're being real here. Okay. Lady Diabolique says, everything involving me, I'm sure there are things you are sure on. Could you do something for me just as an experiment? Noehflake, question mark. Diabolique, can you just try saying I love you to me and seeing if you feel anything for me? Noehflake, I love you, Poppy. Diabolique, I love you too, Haley. Anything? Does it feel true? Noehflake, no. Diabolique, because it isn't, or because you are numb? Noehflake, I don't know, Poppy. Diabolique, crying emoji. Please, say something. Do you have any idea how painful that is to hear from the woman I love? Noehflake, yes. Diabolique, and you don't care. Sits down, trying to breathe. You don't even care how devastating it is to hear this. Noehflake, we care. There's just nothing we can do about this. This is so disastrous and so manipulative. I can actually lay out the whole argument for why it was, if you guys want that. Can you link the stream where they try to call it? This feels middle school level. Yeah. Lamau, that's great. Does it feel real? No. Diabolique. Yes, there is. You can dig for your feelings. Try to remember why you wanted me, why you took a chance on me. You can try to reassure me and let me know I'm not driving out here for nothing. Or have I f***ed up so bad that there isn't any chance? Sorry, I just need something. Something to keep me going, or I'm just going to break more. Kisses you passionately. Love, please try. Emoji. I don't know what to do. I'm just starting to panic. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to do this if there isn't any hope. Noehflake. I don't know. Diabolique. If there's hope, you said we had a chance. Emoji. Was that not true? Love, okay? Please say something. I don't even know if you were here. Noehflake. Sorry. Diabolique. Don't apologize. Fix it. Talk to me. Noehflake. I keep disassociating. Poppy's horrified that someone doesn't want her after she abused the hell out of them. Well, I don't know. Like, certainly not after all the baggage that she is, right? Even after Noehflake was like, I don't love you. Poppy was like, well, I paid for the hotel and I haven't in almost 3 minutes. Jesus Christ. It's almost 3 hours long. Oh, God. Chat, what if Star started reading fanfic with Beckett, non-horny kind? It would be good content. Jesus. I'm voting Eric Baker for president. Sounds like a good vote. Diabolique. Trauma. So the more I want, the more you disassociate. I get it. It hurts, but I get it. It isn't your fault. You seem scared to want me, to love me. Did someone push you to break up with me? Take a hint. The other person isn't even responding at all. Seek an adult. This therapist does zero listening. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's go. Star and Beckett cringe fanfic. I found Hillary Clinton fanfiction in high school. Oh my God. I'm 100% sure that this isn't the only time Poppy emotionally and mentally abused Noe. until she had a breaking point. Yeah. Haha, it would be good content to get Bex in here. LOL. I think he's getting ready for his stream, but I just looked at Discord again. Oh my god. I'm so glad that my friends are also watching this. It's wild. Yeah, friends who I know who you are, okay? Oh, I'm so sorry we don't have the audio, but friends from prior to when I was a streamer, this is crazy. I can't even begin to I don't know where to start. I don't even know where to start to explain this to you. I just want you to know that these people are crazy. This Poppy person believes that they have alters. They believe that they have like multiple personalities, and they talk about their BPD all the time and their ADHD all the time, and they were abusive to their kid, and they're abusive to all their partners, and they're in a polycule, and they're a furry too on top of it, and one of their alters is a child, and that child alter keeps calling this person their mom, and they want them to be their mom. And wait, back at his streaming time. Apparently he's streaming around like midnight. Oh, and they are they're furries, and yes, they're 42, yeah. And the person they're asking to be their mom is in their early 20s, by the way. Just so you guys, I know Jared is listening. Anyways, okay. That's the same Patchwork? Wait, what Patchwork? I hope Bex looks into Patchwork Heart defending this person. Patchwork is involved with Leo Convoy and Hopeless Peaches. Really? Interesting. Patchwork is one of Poppy's Discord adopted kids. Oh yeah, they like their Discord kids more than their actual kids. Hi, Noah Brown. How's it going? I'm screaming. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I've been enjoying the Beckett Leo coverage. He's funny. He's pretty good, yeah. Wait, Discord adopted kids? What the f? Yeah, we'll get there eventually. We will get there. Going good, as I hope it is for you. It is, yeah. Okay, back to reading this. Did you talk to anyone about this? Noehflake, no. Lady Diabolique, then what did I do to make you so scared of me? Audio that I can't play. I wish I could. There has to be some part of you that wants me still. Otherwise, why would you be doing any of this? Noehflake, a chance. I don't know. Diabolique, the chance to do what? I need to be specific. A chance that you still love me? Noehflake, maybe. I don't know. Diabolique, man, you are dissociating. Okay, I guess the chance is going to have to do it. Because I want my chance. Can I just ask one thing? When we get together, can we both please try as hard as we can? I don't want to lose you without a fight. I need you on the same side as me. Is that doable? Can we both fight for this for the weekend, please? This is a content goldmine. So much in one person. Yeah. Oh my god. Noehflake, I don't know. Diabolique, okay, let me ask this. What do you know? Noehflake, my head hurts. Diabolique, I'm sorry, love. Do you just need to go to bed? That way you're up when we get here? Maybe that'll help your headache. Noehflake, everything hurts. Somehow Leo Convoy, Hopeless Peaches, Rebecca Star, Giant, and now this Poppy person is somehow connected. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's a big interlocking web. Noehflake, everything hurts. Diabolique, I would go take some pain meds. I would probably go to sleep. I'll try not to bother you with any more questions and demands. Just go. Please take care of you. Max, can you please get her to bed? Can you please just do that for me? Noehflake, Max is struggling to hold everything together. Diabolique, that means you both need to rest. Can you please just go get in bed for me? Take pain meds. Go get some sleep. I know you don't know anything right now other than being in pain. Your body needs rest. Your mind is rest. Can I just ask for this one favor? Go take pain meds and go get some sleep. So that when we meet later, we'll have the best chance possible. And hopefully you'll be feeling better. Okay, and then this is Pepper the baby, I guess. I think Poppy's white. Mom, you should go to bed. Well, I'll snuggle with you and try to make it better. Okay. Noehflake. The system is coming apart. Oh my god. Diabolique. Well then. Kick the baby altar. So true. Well then, go shower. Finish packing. Do those two things and let me know when you're in bed. Can you do that for me? Right now, I just want you to be something like okay. Noehflake. Nothing's okay. Lady Diabolique. Then let's try to make it okay by seeing each other tonight. I would go turn off your computer and finish your packing and then go shower. Try to focus the best you can. It's okay to move slow, and it's okay if you dissociate. But when you come out of it, just keep moving. Heart emoji. I don't know if you're genuinely offline or you're just invisible, but just go pack and take a shower. Let me know when. I love you. I don't know if you're going to see these, but I truly do. Just please don't hurt yourself. Get yourself packed and take a shower. I'm not trying to order you around. I just want you to take care of you. Love, I hope you're doing okay. And you just went to sleep, or at least it's okay as it can be. I'm okay. Sleep. Diabolique. Okay, I love you. I hope you got your packing done and your shower. We are just about to leave. I can't wait to see you. Diabolique sends a bunch of audio messages that I wish we could have. Noehflake, just let me know when you get there. I'll come over when you're ready. Lady Diabolique sends another audio message, 6 seconds long. Noehflake, KK. Diabolique, I love you. Noehflake, heart emoji. Diabolique, 15 minutes out, 15 miles to go. Our arrival time is set at 9:25. Noehflake, KK. Lady Diabolique started a call that lasted 3 minutes. We need those audio messages. We do. We do. Diabolique, room 224. Let me know when you're here because I have to come let you in at the entrance. Noehflake, okay, about to head inside. And this is from Twitter, I guess. L'enfant de Diabolique. So I'm about to leave now on a trip to spend Christmas with my fiance and my maybe partner. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I'm hoping for the best. Wish me luck. Then also they tweet this out. Trip is going well so far, about halfway there. 1223 tweets. And then I think they were referring to this morning when I put, wait, what? What is this? Diabolique says, I think they're referring to this morning when I put in my underwear, not last night. Noehflake, I don't know. They were snoring last night. You okay? Noehflake, not entirely. Breathe. I'll shower and see if I can resolve it. It's whatever. I'm just hungry from Noehflake. Diabolique says, like I said, there's food in the fridge. What time does the cafe close again? Noehflake, 2:30. Diabolique, if it's not that far, we could just try to run there in a bit. Noehflake, I don't think we'll make it. Diabolique, sorry, love. Noehflake, it's fine. Diabolique, now I feel bad. Heart emoji. Yo, this Poppy is crazy. It is crazy. This was at the hotel. Assume they did the nasty already. Oh, okay. Okay. L'enfant Diabolique. I'm literally 6 minutes away from her house, and all she keeps telling me to do is go home. I'm exhausted. I have no food in me. I've spent thousands of dollars on this girl, and I drove 8 hours yesterday just to see her, and now I'm stuck here. This feels like hell. It's over. She doesn't love me anymore. I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere in a hotel room right before Christmas to find out that she doesn't love me anymore. I just want to die. Every part of me hurts. I would have given her everything, but I guess I'm not enough. Oh my god, this is... Really? Really? You can't... Bro, shut the up. Oh my god. It's almost too cringe to watch, but I have popcorn, so I'm good. I really don't need to know about these life. Well, it's pretty important to this story. This is middle school emo vibes. Yeah. All this while being engaged to Zena. Okay. Just want to die. Every part of me hurts. I would have given her everything, but I guess I'm not enough. No, Poppy, you were too much. Okay, so, like, this is baiting. This is very manipulative. You have a duty to outlive your enemies. Do not do anything permanent over something temporary. You are more powerful than she is. Do not surrender to pain. Please, we need less tragedies happening. Stay, fight, show the world your spite. You will get through this. Reach out if you need anything. And they reply, I just don't know what to do. Then this person tweets out, one of my partners dumped me. I don't know what I expected. I'll never have any year around this time go well for me, will I? Never. It doesn't matter how much work I put into things. It doesn't matter how hard I try. At least this time, it's not a traumatic event, I guess. Just a sad one. But then Diabolique says, one of my partners just broke up with me too. I'm right there with you. ZZ and I still want you. Thank you. That means a lot. I hope you'll be able to do okay as well. That's really rough. Zena just chilling in the corner, I know. Then Zena, who promised nothing bad would happen, would back Poppy and accuse Noe of being a rapist, yeah? This interaction below was posted during this event. The person in question is now dating Poppy. Mally Alley, Poppy gonna get a cage soon. Diabolique, who's getting you a cage? Alley, Morg is getting me one for home, but I'd like one over there with you too. Poppy, dogs can only have one owner. Alley, well, that's not true. Poppy says that is absolutely true. I don't share. Okay, so this Poppy person wants to be the exclusive person for all of these people. This Poppy person just wants their polyamory to go one way. Jesus. I don't share is a common theme in this story. BPD harem. Yeah. Poppy says, just so the record isn't hidden, drove over 400 miles just to get used and then tossed aside. Account switch LOL, yeah. Noehflake says, like a stained glass window by a rock. Yeah, this happened at the same time. That's so wild. Like a stained glass window by a rock, the little black moth lays on the ground, shattered into pieces. Pebble upon pebble, the glass cracked. Pebble upon pebble, the glass grew weak. The cracks grew and grew. now it's all gone. Oh, dreamer, carry me from the glass shards. And then they quote tweeted Noehflake and said, just so the record isn't hidden, drove out 400 miles just to get used and then tossed aside. Wow. And then Diabolique says, wait, here it is. Dr. Liz Powell, are you feeling confused or crazy in your relationship? You might be experiencing gaslighting. Learn how to identify the signs and protect yourself with these helpful tips. Then they quote tweet this and say, this came at the exact time I needed it. I'm pretty sure I've been being led on for a while. Okay, this person told you how they felt. Gaslight gatekeep. Poppy wants a harem and uses the poly as an excuse. Yeah, just be open about it. Then Noehflake had tweeted this out. Then Poppy from a different account replies to this tweet and says, why unblock me? And then she replies to the tweet again. Stop hiding responses. It is silly and people can see them anyway. Poppy and Pepper deserve better than broken hearts and a dishonest poem hiding in a metaphor. Wow. Okay. Then Poppy tweets this out. No, I'm not going to let you lie. I think this is Penny, the alter Penny. No, I'm not going to let you lie. Poppy deserves better than this. Tell the truth about what you did. You broke a mentally ill woman for fun after your headmate was emotionally abusive to me, and you abandoned a child because it was convenient for you after you took advantage of Poppy to see if you still loved her. Did I miss anything? Dude, they pressured her into it! Watching her dream up in real time, that's so crazy. This is where they're hinting that they were raped by Noe. Mind you, their Twitter mob will eat Noe alive. Plot twist, the alters exist to get through blocked accounts. Abandon a child, bro. Yeah, seriously. Did I miss anything? You are not the hero here. You are the reason my sister can't be found right now. Pepper can't be found in headspace, and it is your fault. We loved you, took care of you, got you space when you needed it. No, you didn't. A camera even showed you how awful Amy is as a person. Spent nearly $1,000 to see you. And what did we get? Emotional harm, a lot of tears, and possibly a UTI. Wow. I left for 10 minutes. The happened, it escalated so quick. Yeah. Level negative 5,000 self-awareness. Is she gonna accuse him of killing her alter? Oh my god. This is outrageous. I'm confused now. Which one is the one with the purple lipstick and glasses? And which one is the taller one with the glasses? I keep trying to picture who's who, but now I'm confused. So this is all the taller one with the glasses. Poppy is the one who is the taller one with the glasses. Poppy initiated this encounter. Zena was present in the hotel, often in other rooms. Noehflake broke up with Poppy and, according to Noehflake, was physically barred from leaving by an upset Poppy who clung onto her. Noehflake was one against two individuals who did not have her best interests in mind in a hotel room. She was trying to hold her boundaries and stand firm on her needs, but Poppy didn't care. Then this is Poppy again tweeting out, good evening, everyone. I live, still struggling, but I am here. And then she tweets out from the other account. Oh no, it's the same account. It's weird to notice the number of people who haven't reached out to check on my safety or to care about me. The one that really sucks is the content creators or their mods. A lot of my friends have been silent because they know you're crazy. Realist Victoria replies, I've reached out. Lefont Diabolique says, I know. Victoria says, interesting. Diabolique says, I honestly just never got a chance to respond because it was in the middle of me having several breakdowns. Victoria says that makes sense, especially since they were an FP. Diabolique says, yeah, I don't think people fully understand the ramifications of an FP suddenly just throwing you away. They forced Noe to stay in the hotel after being dumped. Poppy wouldn't let her leave afterwards. Yeah. Yikes, literally trying to kidnap someone. It's so scary. Then there's Poppy tweeting this out from a different account. Delicate poppy flower. Even if the storm scares you, don't fret. Let the rain wash your sorrows. The sun will follow right after. You shall bloom once more. Poem and pick by Falfon. From left to right, Penny Diabolique, Pepper Diabolique, Lady Diabolique, and Falfon. Okay. I'm dead. Furries. Yeah. Then she tweets out this. Special mention to Delitha MW, who was asked for my mental health to block me so we could mutually block and prevent me from digital self-harm after things fell apart with trying to fix the safety issues. She didn't do it. She lied about it. And then for a month, because I didn't, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Wow. This person is so crazy. Retweeted by the channel account. A friend, Zena and Poppy's SCP Foundation retweeted this, of course, because they wanted to get as many people to see it as possible. A friend that we trust just reached out and said something that I think is really important to take into consideration. My relationship with Noehflake was an abusive one. Her poem gives away this abuse and not in the way she thinks. This was abuse through negligence towards me. She knew the boundaries and the lines and kept breaking them over and over again. She continued to say thoughtless things that did harm and damage to me and my system, well knowing BPD and understanding that us leaving was nearly impossible. She regularly made choices to hurt me, even if she didn't mean to, and even when one of her own partners had lied to her and was causing suicidal ideations for me, she still took a week to decide to break up with that person. Mind you, the friend was the editor that she pays. Of course, it's biased as all hell. Yeah, of course. That line about boundaries is really rich coming from Poppy. On a side note, I have no doubt she'll get back together with that awful human being, but that's not my business anymore. Enjoy your relationship with somebody who has the communication skills of a potato. As far as I'm concerned, they all deserve one another. I tried to give this girl love, support, and a family, and what I got was reoccurring negligence over and over again. Someone who couldn't care about my feelings and regularly stepped on every trigger possible. Not to mention somebody who essentially abandoned Pepper, the little girl of my system who called her mom. The joke was that she was never malicious as far as I could tell, which makes all this more worse because rather than her being malicious, it just means she's so comically inept at relationships that she nearly stumbled into me committing. How does she stumble into you committing? Hello? How does Noe stumble into you committing? That's you. That is you. Holy cope. Arctic says, I have BPD. I've been in therapy for 12 years. It's crazy to me how they are using their diagnoses and psych terms to excuse poor behavior. The goal is to manage BPD, not validate harmful actions. And Patchwork defends this, refuses to look at all this proof because his mommy couldn't be exactly like Leo Convoy, if not worse. What is Patchwork and Leo Convoy relationship? Wow, a child abandonment and murder. God. Yeah. Oh, don't mind me, honey, just sucking off my pistol. As far as I'm concerned, they all deserve, okay, whatever. This is the meme. I don't think this is BPD. This is like sociopath. The sad part about this is that she was a child of neglect. She knows what that abuse does, and she just reenacted with me. I can't believe she's actually treating her alter like a literal child. She wouldn't seek help or therapy until pushed on it. She was asked to seek a therapist for the entire relationship just because being with a BPD person is hard, and she didn't even start looking until I provided therapists for her a week ago. It also explains why she chooses the relationships she does. They're relationships of convenience, people who ask very little or want very little, so you never actually have to show up. She would claim they would ask demands of her, but when she asked what they were, she could never give an example. She's like a leaf in the wind who just goes where things are carried, and that way she does never have to make a hard decision again, because the last time she did, her engagement broke up. That's rude. Stardust, I've been a big fan all the way back to the Ollie Alexander scandal that was so deep. Damn. Patchwork considered him as his brother's more found family. Jesus. Special mention to Delitha MW, who was asked for my mental health to block me so we could mutually block and prevent me from digital self-harm after things fell apart with trying to fix the safety issues. She didn't do it. She lied about it. And then for a month, because I didn't want to have another fight about Noehflake's awful partners, I got to watch them flirt and interact and deal with ideations until I finally reached out to Amy to fix it. Dear Amy, I hope this finds you well. I know you have been instructed to block me if I write to you, based on recent events at this time. I think that is best after reading this. Please let me explain. For the duration of my relationships with Haley, I've been indirectly harmed or made afraid of her partners. This started with her breaking a boundary of mine and choosing to acts involving you and Sora, as well as her, you, and Sora. The reason I have this boundary with my partners is because I suffer from BPD, and hearing these things causes me to get intrusive thoughts about acts in a way that feels incredibly disturbing and invalidating due to secondary survivor trauma from a previous partner being. You've gone deep in this story. Are you going to do some interviews? I don't think anybody involved in this story will actually do interviews with me. Wait to use like previous partners as an argument for you being. The version of this story that I was given contained questionable decisions, coercive behavior, and poor communication. I had told Haley that I needed to feel safe due to these issues, and that request was not met by my metamours in a way that sufficiently addressed my concerns. Essentially, the story and the response have poisoned the well. To be frank, I do not feel safe interacting with you online or in person at this time, and I may never without adequate effort on your and Haley's part. Between this story as well as your behavior on Twitter that has repeatedly crossed my boundaries as far as how to interact with a borderline person, I do not feel like you even have a basic grasp on how to be a safe person for me. Last night was a perfect example of this as I was attempting to interact in good faith for the sake of Haley, but her declaration of love had a very negative effect on me due to feeling like my relationship with her was somehow the same as yours and thus feeling, to me, meaningless, as it would lack any specialness or uniqueness. Your response also triggered me significantly, as baby was one of the few pet names I felt comfortable with, and it now feels contaminated in the psychological sense by seeing its use. I again know this is not your intent, but I need metamours who are going to consider me. Jeez, this is so controlling. This is so much. This is so much. This is crazy. Add in the effects of yesterday morning. You were late with your date with Haley. Normally, that would be none of my business. Oh my God, they are treating this person just like they treated their kid. Why are they poly? I don't know. This is crazy. Yeah. She's writing this to Amy? Yes, she is. Baby is such a unique pet name. Never heard that one before. Yeah. I was talking with her at the time and being playful and got essentially jump scared by the fact that you were together. This is not only against the agreements that I have with Haley, but actively caused me several panic attacks and the loss of my day due to suicidal ideations. I know this wasn't your intention, but our actions sometimes affect others unknowingly. Because you were late, Haley wasn't sure if you were coming and did not give me notice that I shouldn't have been interacting at that time. While the decision is on Haley, your mistake was the catalyst for that issue. Jesus. I've never met a poly person who acts this unhinged. Christ. Dude, this is just 1226. We still have so much more of the doc left. So they can get away with having a harem. Poppy can date and screw other people, but forbids her partners of doing the same. Or at least of them knowing. I attempted to talk to Haley and my fiance. For ZZ's part, it was due to not understanding the ongoing part of this, about this last night, but my fears were ignored and my feelings felt as though they were shouted down. This is all Poppy and Zena. We haven't gotten to the abusive spawn yet, have we? We went over the abusive spawn yesterday, but there's a second doc. This is just the first doc. They made a second one yesterday. Whoever made this doc, so may or may not be writing one. Oof. How to interact with a borderline person. People shouldn't have to adjust their behavior to make you comfortable. This seems like the exact opposite of healthy thinking techniques they teach in therapy. Yeah. Arctic 421, this person is borderline and they're a therapist as well. Dawn was treated like dirt and Patchwork and the other Discord kids are the golden children. It's so crazy. Raising a child is not easy. You are going to encounter character traits that you don't like in your children. It's still your job. You don't get to have it easy with internet children. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, last night I had a bunch of people on Food Shop stream defending Poppy. I was pretty upset afterwards. Jeez. I mean, I would love to talk to people if they want to talk to me. I don't know if they would want to talk to me. Not that they're borderline and a therapist necessarily. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't mean to say it like that. I did mean to say that basically it's crazy that they are a therapist. And they specialize in borderline personality disorder and they specialize in ADHD. Jastilka's live, and normally I'd switch to his content, but you got me full tyke tonight, Star. I'm glad, Grayscale. I think I'm a pretty good drama streamer, Grayscale. I think I'm just not very well noticed, that's all. Noah Brown says, I mean, it's true that most therapists have to be in therapy as part of their job, but that kind of says something about therapists. Source, my dad is crazy and a therapist. It's because it's behind a screen. Neither party see the ugly of the other side. Spawn was not given that grace, unfortunately. Yeah. So sad. I can't spell. All good, Grayscale. I understand what you're saying. I think I'm a pretty decent drama streamer. I've been doing, like, drama content along with, like, political content for months, but I've been thinking lately that I might make a full switch over. And if I cover political stuff, it'll be like once a week or something. Anyways, back to this. So I attempted to talk to Haley and my fiance for ZZ's part. It was due to not understanding the ongoing part of this. You are indeed a good drama streamer. This stuff is way better than TV. Thank you. About this last night, but my fears were ignored and my feelings felt as though they were shouted down. I thought you should have been made aware of the effects of your actions and the harm they caused. Haley and ZZ did not. This, in my opinion, has been a twice occurring issue of partners acting harmful, but nothing is being done about it. Thus, I am writing to you now because I do not believe my metamours will be corrected when they hurt me or damage my day. All good, I didn't think you implied that at all, and the stream has been great tonight. Been watching a lot recently. I've been playing that Stardew update as well and lurking. Hell yeah. The LARP caused life ruination. It's crazy. It's crazy. Social media is going to destroy the world at this speed. Okay. I attempted, oh, right. Okay, here it is. I thought you should have been made aware of the effects of your actions and the harm they caused. Haley and Zizi did not. Haley and Zizi probably thought, okay, this is not any of the metamour's business. Why don't you just block them? Anyways, this, in my opinion, has been a twice occurring issue of partners acting harmful, but nothing is being done about it. Thus, I'm writing to you now because I do not believe my metamours will be corrected when they hurt me or damage my day. Yeah, they're talking to Amy here. I request that you block all 4 of my accounts on this platform. 1, Lady Diabolique. 2, Penny Diabolique. 3, Poppy Diabolique. 4, Zena and Poppy. I can also block you as well. I can also have Haley give you other accounts on other platforms if need be. I don't think at this point that I can interact with Haley's partners without a slow, measured approach to integration. You are too harmful to my mental health, and I cannot rely on you to take steps to make me feel safe, nor can I rely on Haley to intervene when I am hurt. I'm sorry we didn't get to interact under better circumstances, but my boundaries exist for a reason. They are the way that I keep my mental health intact and have healthy poly relationships. Again, this person should not be in poly relationships. But to be clear, I love Haley with every fiber of my being. And between her being a favorite person, a BPD term, and the only one of my partners that has created a situation like this and struggled with these boundaries, I have to take steps to make sure she and I are no longer hurt. This is the only way I have come up with to stop this cycle, while understanding fully that the decision is less than ideal and that my being compartmentalized by you and possibly the others might hurt in the short term. I believe that doing this can allow for things to heal and larger hurts to be avoided. It may also allow us to salvage any chance of civil interaction in the future. I bet they sent this huge, like, not paragraph, it's like an essay. They sent this essay with the hope that, like, Amy would see it and think this person's crazy and break up with, what's the girl's name? Noe. Imagine you tell someone you don't love them. They browbeat you into visiting. You give in, and suddenly you're the predator. Yeah, crazy. People need to run from Poppy. She's a terrorist. Jesus Christ. Maybe a relationship terrorist, yeah. You're welcome to share this letter with Sora and Aspen, her other 2 partners, one who was involved in that awful story and the other who is 20. She is 33. It might be best if they also block me until things can calm down and time can be put in to interact with intention and effort. I need my metamours to understand BPD. A borderline personality disorder is difficult to live with, and I am open and upfront about my struggles with it. I was open and clear with Haley when we started dating, but nothing can prepare someone for dealing with this stuff. I hold no ill will towards her or her partners. I just want space from you and them to enjoy my relationship without constant triggers. I've only ever heard the term favorite person on Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok. Never once out of the mouth of my therapist. I wonder where this weird BS comes from. I don't know. But I do think that this was sent with the intention of, like, making this Amy person think that they're crazy and want nothing to do with Noe. Sorry, my phone went off. These people would all die without the internet. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of these screenshots are from Tumblr. Arctic says, it's a part of BPD. My ex used to say this all the time as an excuse to cheat. LOL. Poppy claims it's a BPD thing, but I'm not too sure. Well, Arctic says that they have BPD and they've never heard of this with their therapist. Hi, Antenna Cactus. Poppy needs a lobotomy. So true. I can't believe we're still not done with this Google Doc. I appreciate you reading this, and there's no need to respond. Simply block my accounts and we can be done with everything for now. For what it's worth, I do not think you are a bad person. I recognize that most of this is my mental illness, but I need people in my life that are going to care about me, and that includes metamours who are willing to put in the effort to know me as I am. I don't think you or any of Haley's partners have made that effort or attempted to understand my perspectives. And while you are not obligated to, I do feel sad that the opportunity was missed. I wish you the very best and hope that in our ways, we can continue to love and support Haley even if we cannot interact in a meaningful way. Sincerely, Poppy Diabolique. As you can see, I was not only fair, but also tried to leave a door open for further interaction. The response was Amy lying further and claiming she wanted to reach out to me and that she read it despite the fact that she A, ignored the post until the following day, B, only blocked one another and thus had my link tree, C, had to be bothered by Penny to block the others, D, was at the time dating the same person as me and could have reached out via Discord. This person has the communication skills of a potato and contributed to why November was hell for me. an utterly repugnant human being. This person, okay, Poppy says every month is hell for them. Hi, Stardust. Are you enjoying your wild ride? I am so tired, Shadow. I am so tired. I'm exhausted. These people make me almost regret my septum piercing. Jesus. Amy never spoke to her, though. Yeah. How many pages you got left to go? So, let's see. A friend just reached out. A special mention. To be fair, Noehflake did break up with her over this, but she only did it after a week of arguments, discussions, and a 4.5-hour-long discussion with Amy where the chick lied. The fact that my safety and well-being was not the priority and Amy wasn't cast aside immediately should have been a red flag. God, that is toxic. I should not have to argue for a person to do the bare minimum. Being with her made me love moth imagery. Being without her makes seeing them painful and rage-inducing. For a person who acts as if people can't change, she sure chose a son of something that goes against that. What? Hey, chat, this is the final boss. God, dude. Poppy creates their own hell because she is that much of a control freak. Yeah. Exactly, Eric. This is all by her own design. Arctic, thank you for the $5 super chat. Very much appreciated. Persona. Stardust, you notice that every one of these people's problems this year starts with a horse. 2024, year of the horse. I think it's 2024's year of the molester, honestly. Everybody's getting accused of being molesters. Okay. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Okay. For a person who acts as if people can't change, she sure chose a son of a something that goes against that. Wait, Sona? Or she sure chose a Sona of something that goes against that. First, okay. She's talking about first Sona. Okay, my bad. Again, if any normie... So here's the thing. The funniest part about this whole drama is that somebody wrote this document thinking probably that everybody who reads this document will know exactly what this is. And they probably aren't even aware that this is so fringe that any normie is going to be so confused reading this. Any normie trans people would look at this and be like, no, I don't know what a Sona is. It took me a moment to figure out what Sona was. The person who wrote this up, that's one of the funniest part. The person who wrote this up thought that people would read it and be able to understand it. Not only is this person, is Poppy a terrible person, but just their entire lifestyle is so fringe, nobody would understand it. Oh my god. Honestly, Poppy has too much commitment issues to stay monogamous, but too possessive and jealous to be polyamorous. It's the most self-reporting thing I've seen in a long time, TBA. Right, this isn't a trans issue, this is pure uncut internet crazy. Yeah. And then the porn makes it completely foreign and incomprehensible. It's crazy. Okay. I canceled the commission I was getting her for a reference sheet to her Sona. For Sona, I guess. I can't in good faith spend that much on something that I can't even commission with. I might have Arya finish it later for Peppermint with a color change, but I'm not letting my money go towards something that provides zero benefit. Also, Noehflake sounds like a snowflake. Her OC has ice powers too, just FYI. I mean, the name makes sense. She was flaky to the point of negligence. All it takes is one flake to start an avalanche. Okay, then she tweets again. Dude, we're still on... We have this much left. Like this, you see the side here, right? I don't know how many pages we have left. What page is this? This is 200 of 266. We have 66 more pages. Okay. I still feel used and important firsts were forever robbed from me. At least I learned that sucking girl is fun and apparently I am okay at it. Need to work on that skill tree. We're almost there, chat. Hang on. I mean, in the context of we're at 200 out of 266. We are almost there, but Jesus Christ. I'm starting to realize why Poppy went private on Twitter. Everyone knows about this now. Yeah. Oh, this is just doc 1. Yeah, I know there's a second one too. Doc of 4? Well, we read the one about the kid. So we read that one. We've almost finished this one. So then we have 2 more. I can't even imagine writing a doc like this. There's a third one that released. Yeah, there was a part 2 to this that came out yesterday too, I believe. My family's, but at least I don't have to deal with degenerate. Yeah, okay. Then they tweeted this out from their Penny account. This was 100% abusive, and this doesn't even get into the harm her headmate, Max, did to me during the breakup. The aggressiveness and stonewalling was unreal. I love that her protector headmate gets to do all the emotionally harmful shit, so she doesn't have to dirty her hands. Wow. 1227, last DMs. Also, this makes D manifestos look so good. God, my throat is tired, honestly. Seriously, I'm gonna call my mom in the morning and tell her she's amazing. Tumblr post citation, as citation is my favorite. It's crazy. There's the Courtney Orchard doc, the second kid doc. There's a second kid doc, this doc, and the first kid doc. We read the first kid doc. We are through this doc. I know that there's a part 2 to this, I think. Or there's a part 2, at least, like the Courtney stuff. I don't know. I have to see. I'm more inclined to say this person is not mentally ill, but a psychopath. They're both. They're both. Okay. Noehflake says, I was under the impression we were keeping texting as the main source of contact. But Diabolique says, sorry about that. Moment of weakness. This is 1227 after the tweets where they are talking about her and talking about how terrible she is. So Noehflake is still being friendly and kind. There's supposed to be a Zena doc too. Oh. Yeah, and I have a couple of links actually that Snicker sent to me that we'll look at after this, okay? All right. Poppy says, sorry about that. Moment of weakness. Noe says, it's okay. Poppy says, it probably shouldn't be. I'm sorry for bothering you. I don't want to assume where you are, and emotionally, I'm still struggling a lot. Noehflake says, I'm stable enough. I don't necessarily know if communication is healthy yet for you, though, or if communication is even desired. Poppy replies, it depends on what the goal of the communication is. You've been clear that you really want nothing to do with me beyond a possible friendship. At this point, I'm not sure whether I want that or not. Emotionally, I keep oscillating between beating myself up and feeling like there was something that I should have done differently, or thinking that I wasn't good enough until the other shoe drops, and then I'm suddenly very angry at you for everything you did and did not do. I've also come to the conclusion about our relationship, to some conclusions about our relationship, but yeah, all of this is a struggle. I miss you and I still love you, and part of me is incredibly angry at you. Noehflake says, a friendship at this point would be the most I desire. If you don't want that, I accept that decision and won't bother you again. I really am sorry for how much you're struggling. I know it's my fault. Oh God, here's the abusive part. Poppy says, it is your fault. One of the things that I've come to the conclusion about our relationship is that it was abusive. It was abusive due to negligence. The continued ignoring of my boundaries and not being mindful about BPD along with the stuff with my partners. It all just comes down to looking like you don't care. I know you did, and I know what I felt, but you handled all of this so poorly. I spent the last 4 months in something like a manic state, wishing for you to just connect with me, and you wouldn't. And the one time I thought we actually made a connection, it was just you using me to see if you still had love for me. Isn't that what you wanted from her? BRB gonna tell Beck about Patchwork? Okay. Yeah, Deep Sea Monster, if you have a whole bunch of stuff on Patchwork too, you can always send me a message on Discord. Holy shit, all this because she said no. What the f***? What a bitch. Yeah, this is like straight up behavior. All because Noe said no. Do you know how with you felt violating and tainted? I would like to be friends. I would also like to be more than friends, but you need therapy. You need to do your personal work. So this passive ends. Your trauma is incredibly destructive. And there would need to be some growth on your end for there to be a friendship. I would hope there be possible for more because I do love you, but you've already said that you would never date me again because some reason. And if you've already put a line down like that, there's no real point to hoping because you've already decided I'm some sort of monster or that I'm somehow toxic when all I ever did was be open and honest and transparent with you. Okay, you were a crazy bitch. That's the reality of this. The perfect emoji exists for that. Yeah, we've got this stabbing bunny emote. Hard pass on friendship and dating. I don't know anything about Patchwork, so yeah. Lady Diabolique says, you took a moment of passion. Oh wait, Noehflake says, with what I said in the hotel room after, yes, I can, and I do see how awful it was to you. Poppy says, you took a moment of passion and love and made me feel used. I saved that experience specifically for you. It was all cast aside. I always feel torn apart whenever the thought of it comes up because part of me wants that again. I want to feel you close. I want to hear you say I love you. And another part of it feels hurt and violated and used. And it just makes me shudder. I don't know if I ever really knew you because I don't think you ever let me in. I gave you everything and showed you every part of myself. And at the end of the day, that was too much or somehow broke things or just made it so you didn't care. You have no idea how hard this has been. Oh, this refers to how Poppy saved her vaginoplasty for Noehflake. Oh, okay. Noehflake says, I don't. No, not for you, I don't. I only truly understand things from the perspective of my side of it. Poppy says, Haley, this has been one of the most devastating breakups I've ever had. I didn't drive home because I didn't trust myself. Also, you do know how bad it is. You saw me in that hotel room, and I just told you in the messages. I was literally on my hands and knees begging you to stay. I'm hearing this as an Avril Lavigne song. You were everything that I wanted. Is that what it is? I think I'm mixing up a melody with another thing. Oh, I love this cat emote. It's so cute. Zena driving home. I know. Classic mentality. Jesus. I only know somewhat of how bad it was. I know up until that point. I didn't know the parts afterwards. Poppy says, it's been bad. I've had trouble sleeping, and I barely ate the first 2 days. I would have random bouts of crying, and I've had numerous people come forward concerned that I would hurt myself. Even Courtney expressed on her blog concern for me, for the situation, and she hates me. If I had one wish about our relationship, it's that I wish you would take accountability for just how much harm you did. It always felt like you either got aggressive about it and claimed everything was your fault, or you would be evasive about it. For once, I just wish you would acknowledge that you've made a ton of mistakes here. Even now, I feel like I really want to talk to you because I've missed you. I literally constructed my schedule around you, and I also know that talking to you right now isn't going to lead to anything good, or at least anything that I want. Maybe we'll better understand each other. Maybe you'll have a better understanding of just how much damage you've done to my life, but there's no way you'll come back. I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to lose this communication line, but I also don't know how we handle this. For us to be friends, I would need you to be in therapy, and I would need you to take ownership for the things you did in our relationship. Jesus Christ. Oh, you made the emote, Ice Beans? Is so cute. I've had trouble eating. Now Poppy knows how her child spawn feels. Yeah, true. Just trying to figure out how Zena lived so long out of water. What the f? Such a quick evolutionary leap. Okay, Noehflake says, I absolutely know I did harm. I made mistakes. I admitted that many times. Poppy says, yeah, but I don't think you ever really took accountability for it. It always was brought up in this sort of self-loathing, self-worth way, or snapping at me. It never felt like you actually wanted to fix the problems, because that meant having to actually look at the things that created them and learning. That's not to say there weren't victories or ways that you improved. You absolutely did. But there were a lot of mistakes and things that you did that were just repeats of the previous mistakes. Love, you literally ruined my Christmas because you couldn't tell me that you weren't in love with me anymore. She did! She told you she wasn't sure anymore. She told you she couldn't tell you she loved you. Bro, you've got to be kidding me. Because you made choices not to engage on the topic that you agreed to in order to have this trip happen. I'm not trying to tear you down or to be, but these are the true situations that you created. Noehflake says, I'm entirely aware. By the way, somebody said they saw people who had defended Poppy jump onto a stream. If you guys know those people, I would love to talk to them. Okay, Lady Diabolique. Taking responsibility or accountability involves actually working to remedy this and stop doing the behavior. Even you showing up right now isn't actually addressing anything or apologizing. If you're aware, then why did you do it? Noehflake says, I took accountability. I'm just not perfect, and some repeats were bound to happen. Legit, this is so abusive, yeah. If anyone has to deal with this, I'm so sorry. This is not normal. I feel like Poppy has these paragraphs saved in a Google Doc called abuser speak. Yeah, that would be crazy. Poppy says, no, you use me as a litmus test for your feelings. You didn't have to do that. You're also missing the step of accountability where you address it with the other person and see what reparations they need. Reparations? Reparations? Okay, maybe one of those alters is a different race. Who knows? By never resolving conflict, you have left everything in shambles. There are so many wounds that we could have healed and would have made the relationship so much better, but you never wanted to deal with them. So they just kept coming up in weird ways. The story stuff, the moving stuff, all of it was stuff that wasn't being addressed or actually dealt with, and so it just sat there rotting. And despite all of this, I am still madly in love with you. You hurt me so badly, and I still love you. I still want you to be in my life after everything. I miss so much about you. From the way we talked during the day, to the way you would say I love you, too, over video. To the way your lips felt, and the way you taste. Noehflake says, for clarity, I haven't said much because I am at work and surrounded by 2 bosses. Okay, literally bothering her while she's at work, okay. The fishing industry owes her millions for her blobfish brethren. So true. Abuser GPT. So that is a pretty good one. Poppy says, I understand. No worries. Respond when able. I'll be around. Just don't forget me. By the way, blobfish are way cuter than Zena, okay? Let's be real here. Blobfish are very cute. Don't insult them, okay? Anyways, just don't forget me. Noehflake, I haven't. Poppy. Also, Pepper wanted me to tell you that she misses you and loves you a lot. Noe says, I miss her too. I don't know if it's appropriate still to say I love her too. It's a different kind of love after all. Poppy says, I think she loves you that way, but I get it. Message received. Just wanted to let you know. Noe says, thank you. Poppy says, you are welcome. Good night. Let me know your thoughts on all the stuff I said above. Thanks for not forgetting me. Hi, Miss Sparkles. How's it going? Okay, but where's Zena and all this? Just totes cool with his abuse? Yeah, I mean, she's living with it. She's been living with it for 7-8 years. Noe says, I will. Good night, girls. Then Poppy says, like 10 minutes later, good night, Miss Haley. I hope you can find and clarify and resolution in exploring what has happened. I hope that you are willing to find a way to take ownership and responsibility so that the system can either find friendship, closure, or you back. Heartsies. Please know that despite the anger and the hurt, these girls still love you. I'd ask that as you respond to the above, you do so compassionately and clearly. Thank you again, miss. All right. Oh, that's right. Zena is having alone time in the kitchen and might have to go to the bathroom so Spawn can't. Yeah. Gibby, Zena can't even do her own laundry. She can't think for yeah, that's true. Noe says, I did want to fix things. I wanted to work on things. I always felt like the few major issues we had were entirely too dangerous of topics to touch, despite them festering and just causing problems. There were many times I did get into a topic. While it may have gotten messy, we came out fine, if not even better than before. I understand and I'm sorry that I fell into the same mistakes multiple times. I was trying my best to either avoid them or work through them with you. Some things aren't easily fixed after just one conversation after all. Dealing with things in that way was and is still rather new to me. I'm sorry I kept hitting the same rakes. I really was working on it to be better about it. I did ruin Christmas. I accept that. That is entirely on me. I wanted to try and fix things. I really did want that. Everything became very real and very difficult for me. My mind felt entirely scrambled and I had to work my way through that. Yeah, this is no contact order time. Absolutely. Miss Sparkles, no. Poppy is not the one who had drama with Vosh. This is not the same Poppy. This is a different Poppy. I lied about stuff. I'm truly sorry for doing so. You were initiating and in my mind, I did still have feelings for you. I wanted to make you happy. I'm not blaming you for the record. I genuinely cared and wanted to make you feel amazing during that. The next day, my head started to clear up more. ZZ wanting to leave, myself having time to think, and see how I was reacting to you and the issues coming back up. I realized my feelings weren't there anymore. I had a lot of thoughts of, why am I even still bothering? This was a mistake. I tried to force myself to love you still, but I couldn't find it. I'm so sorry, Poppy. I don't know how to make things better. Even just to be friends, I don't know how I could possibly make up for the I put you through. She's blaming herself. This is like typical, yeah, abuse victim. Oh, these are the words of Noe. This is what Noe is saying. Therapy is obviously going to be necessary for my own well-being. I know that. I don't think anything could improve without that at minimum. I've already paid back a chunk of money. It was my fault for ruining your trip and Christmas after all. Ticket thing, ZZ and I were talking about that already, but that's just stuff. That isn't a way to fix emotional stress and trauma. If this isn't clear, or if something I said sounds off, let me know. Poppy says, I just want you back. I just want you to fix this by hanging in there and not giving up. Would it have been so hard to spend the weekend with me and talk about this openly instead of dumping it on me last minute? This is what I mean when I say showing up. You always kept yourself back, and I never asked for that. I just wanted to love you, to make space in my life for you. At the end of the day, our relationship wasn't ruined by my BPD or mental illness. It fell apart because you had no way to deal with your stress and because you never allowed yourself to open up and take real risks of actually showing up and being vulnerable. Even at the end, as you walked out the door, it was a refusal to actually deal with the issues. And yet, despite the fact that this relationship was abusive via negligence and you have made mistakes for that, for some would be unforgivable, I still want you back. I just want my moth back. You robbed me of January. We both promised we would make it till then. We both promised that we wouldn't give up on this. But I didn't give up. You did. Noehflake says, yeah, I did. Yes, I broke my promise. Poppy says, then fix it. Am I really so horrible that we couldn't work on this? Would staying stay in the weekend with me or being with me for a week really have been so bad? You act like being with me was terrible, and yet you clung to me and kissed me and wanted me. Noehflake says, you're not horrible, but the relationship was for me. Or I'm thinking she's trying to say wasn't for me. Poppy says, that's a lie, and you know it. Our relationship has ups and downs, but we still hung in there and did what we needed to do. That's my problem here. You just decided one day that everything was bad and that you couldn't possibly love me and that you had to get out as quick as possible. But you never even talked to me about the problems or the issues. You just ran from them again and again and again and again. From the story to the moving to the everything could have been dealt with in one conversation, but you kept evading them and kept trying to get away and kept trying to not actually deal with them. This is why she wasn't spending time washing her dishes. True. Tomatoes. I'm throwing tomatoes. Sorry. Haley, the relationship was horrible for you because you made it horrible. You never showed up. You never opened up. I gave you everything. I allowed myself to be so vulnerable to you and kept nothing back. And yet, it never felt like you opened up at all. So all I could do was keep chasing you. I spent 4 months of relationship being in a manic state because you just couldn't open up. And yet, I still want you back and still want to try again and still want you to open up and actually let me in. She's worn this girl down. This is a 40-something doing this to a 20-year-old. A therapist, yeah. Because the last 4 months has been you not doing that. At the end of the day, I never actually got a relationship with you. All the importance is put on asking partners and going through all of this stuff turned out to mean nothing because you wouldn't open up and actually be there. This is what I mean by abusive via negligence. Because of your fear and your paranoia, you never allowed yourself to actually be in the relationship and enjoy yourself and try to figure out what it's like to be vulnerable and open. And by keeping back and making the same mistakes again and again, you doomed this from the start. Oh my God. I am back and hoping he looks into it. Yeah, Deep Sea Monster, if you can shoot me a message on Discord, if you're on Discord. Are you on Discord? How much more does she keep going at this person? A lot. It's a lot. Level 42 gaslight. If we actually dealt with the problem and talked openly about them and figured them out and went with them until we actually got them done, you could still love me. Wait, sorry. You doomed this from the start. And by the end, it cost way too much money, time, and energy. And because we never actually got to resolve the real fights, they just festered and sat and rot until you eventually just stopped loving me. If we actually dealt with the problems and talked openly about them and figured them out and went with them until we eventually got them done, you could still love me instead of running away again and again. A perfect example of this is the fact it took a week for you to decide to break up with Amy when that should have been an immediate decision. The moment that a partner's life is put at risk, that should have been the end of it, and you should have never talked to that person again. But this was a long-standing issue in our relationship. You not actually showing up or being courageous. Arctic421 says, it feels like no matter what kind of relationship you have with Poppy, she will never give you space. Space to feel your feelings, eat your food, or even take a shit. What a nut bar. Aurelian makes a great point here. You can deal with your own mental illness and help other people with mental illness. The problem is when you use your mental illness as an excuse why you bully others. Has she been called a rapist yet? No, she hasn't. I don't know how Spawn made it out of this. God damn, imagine this as your mom. Yeah. Sure, I'll join in a minute, lol. I'm in too many gaming ones to stay in YouTube ones. All good. Yeah, just shoot me a... Because, like, I don't know anything about patchwork either, so shoot me a message about that. Oh my God. Yeah, my heart hurts for this girl. You make a lot of mistakes in your 20s, but this labeled her as a rapist, and she's the victim. Yeah. Okay, next part. Poppy says, did I really ask for so much? Was it really so hard not to talk about partners or life previous to me? She sounds like a red pill incel here. Noe is getting vindicated now. Why Poppy has to private her Twitter, yeah. My boundaries were so easy. And you just blew through them again and again and again. And I let you because I wanted you to grow. And I wanted you to heal. And I wanted you to love me. But in the end, all that doesn't matter because you just decided that you didn't love me anymore. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Sorry. Do you understand how unfair all of this is? How monstrous you've been? And the one thing you could do to fix this, you won't because you've already stubbornly made up your mind? Yeah! She's allowed to make up her mind. I wouldn't mind being friends, but I don't want that. I want you. I want us together. And you keep saying that's impossible when you don't actually know that. Saying our relationship is horrible. This is actually abusive. Saying our relationship is horrible. It's just another part of the abuse because it subtly puts all the responsibility on me when a solid and majority amount of it falls on your shoulders. You could have asked for us for help. You could have asked us for more resources. You could have asked us to sit down and talk with you about your stresses. But you kept me out every single time with every topic. Big Nick, are you saying that my content isn't good? I'm about to, you're gonna hurt my feelings. And if you hurt my feelings, I'm gonna ban you, okay? Don't hurt my fifis. LOL, Poppy reminds me of my abusive ex. He did the exact same shit when I broke up with him. Jesus. You kept me out every single time with every topic. And yet, despite all the that you've pulled, I still love you. I still want you. I still want you in my life. This is what I mean about you not being mindful about speech. Rather than saying our relationship had difficulties as well as positives, you instead decide to frame it as horrible. Do you have any idea how harmful and hurtful that is? You're at the wrong stream, Big Nick. You don't think before you talk, and you damage people around you without even thinking. You hurt me and ZZ dozens upon dozens of times, and all we wanted was for you to show up. To be an adult and face the issues together, and you couldn't even do that much. I'm sorry if this comes off as harsh, but I'm hurt. I got robbed in my January trip. I got robbed of a relationship I care about. I got robbed of you because you chose to not show up and open up and actually deal with the problems. Just hide from them again and again and act like I'm the bad one for bringing them up and trying to fix them. Who do I send the link to? Wait, are you in the Discord, Deep Sea? Excuse me, sorry. I'll send you a friend request if you're in it. I just don't know what your name is. Type hi in the general chat. If you ever need content, I'll send you my ex's DMs who are literally just like this. LOLOL. Jesus. That sounds like hell, really. I'm assuming the one in your channel? Yeah, it's the one in my channel. Imagine the manifestos we'll get if Demon Mama's farm animals ever turn on them. Oh my god. Okay. Just type hi in general chat and I'll send you a friend request, Deep Sea Monster. Okay, anyways, back to this. I love you so much, and part of me hates you because you said you would go out with me and you never really did. I have friends telling me that you did all this intentionally or that your actions look incredibly malicious, but there's no way you could have done all of this harm accidentally. Do you know what it's like to have to defend the woman who broke your heart? God, I wish you would just try. Honestly, try instead of whatever the you call trying. Jesus. One sec, I think I need to jump through some hoops. Oh, okay. You should be able to agree to the rules when you join the Discord, and then let me see. Oh, you know what? I think, is this you? I think I sent a friend request. Okay. Massive incel energy. Really? I agree with you, Cactus. This is straight up incel energy. Oh, yeah, Deep Sea Monster, I think I just sent you a friend request. Demon Mama's what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah, since you know all the stuff about patchwork, a Deep Sea Monster, that's why. So I sent you a friend request. I think we're friends. And I'll message you some questions and stuff. Anyways, okay. Now, continued here. Jesus Christ, how long is this? How much does she type? How much does she... Are you in high school doing a AP English, AP English class? Like, why do you need to type this much? Okay, I deserved a real relationship with you. Not whatever the fuck it was you gave me that left me constantly manic and feeling like I wasn't good enough for you. I gave my time, my money, even my relationship with my fiance in order to try to fix our issues, and you couldn't even do the bare minimum. The only thing you ever did to truly fix our issues was to dump Amy, and I don't even have proof you actually ever did that. Okay, just doubting her there too, okay? For all I know, you're still dating her. Because of the way you act, my life seems to mean so little. Wow, she's really mad. I deserved a relationship with you, holy... Yeah, this is straight up vibes. Straight up, this is like reincarnated. LOL, we both watched the same content creator and became friends, and then we dated, and after 1 week, he said he loved me and wanted to marry me. Which content creator are you watching, Arellen? If you don't want to say, that's okay. Okay, I'll stop for now. I hope you actually respond to these things. I hope you cry and you figure out how you actually feel instead of whatever the this numbness thing you've got going on with Max. The fact you sent him to break up with us is still an absolute tragedy. We deserve so much better than this. And if you had half a heart, you would come back and try to fix your mistakes and work on the problems directly instead of just running away and leaving these things open like a festering wound that I get to fix now by myself. God, the utter selfishness. The difference between you and me is that despite the fact that I see all of these problems and I kept trying to work them out and you kept not wanting to, I still love you. My love for you isn't affected by us dealing with stress, and God knows I was stressed. I thought about killing myself several times. This is just guilt tripping and abuse. Yeah, this is just terrible. You weren't the only one struggling, but the fact that I am the one that gets punished and dumped and left sitting in your city crying on the floor while you get to run away and be fine. That was the horrible part, and you should have known better. Oh my God. Oh, this is around 2017. John Sandman. Oh, okay. I don't know who that is, but cool. Did Noe send someone else that was smart? These people are nuts. No, Noe showed up as their alt because they have like 2 personalities as well. Fix what? Relationship over, yeah. Oh, oh no. Noe is the same. Noe has an alter named Max, I guess. How many personalities are in this combo? Holy okay. Noe has 2 alters, which are like, from what I can gather from this, Noe has 2 alters. One is Max, and one is Haley. And then Poppy has like 5 alters or something. M. Night Shyamalan. It just got real. Look, I thought it's not a reveal. I thought this was pretty evident the entire time I was reading it. Were people confused? Did people think them calling Noe Max was not an indicator of that? Sometimes they'd call Noe Max, sometimes they call Noe Haley. Okay, anyways. Poppy says, last thing I want to add here before you respond to these points, and God knows I want you to respond to each of them, is that you keep putting forth this dichotomy of either we can be friends or I'll never hear from you again. Why the f does it have to be one or the other? Why can't we just see what happens? You said again and again that you want me in your life, but every bit of action you've taken is shown otherwise. You allowed your partners to abuse me. Oh my God, her partners abused you now? And you abused me through constant negligence and unwillingness to learn about borderline. How did her partners abuse you? Over the internet? Your own lack of boundaries led you to feeling hurt and constantly upset because over the internet, by the way, and having never interacted with Poppy, by the way. To be fair, it's so confusing and I'm extremely online. Okay, I'm gonna have to do like a breakdown tomorrow of all this stuff. It's genuinely so awful to push and pressure someone like this and refuse to take no for an answer and call them a rapist for rejecting you. Yeah. I demand a thesis statement from you, Noe, about why you failed our relationship, at least 300 pages. Just trying to debate bro relationship? LOL, yeah, this is not what you do. The alter thing is such... I agree. Look, I'm saying everybody involved in this story is mentally ill, but the most mentally ill person is Poppy, for sure. Okay, can you guys chill in the Twitch chat? Okay? I have a significant trans viewership, okay? This is not reflective of all trans people, okay? These people are far and few between. Any normie trans person looking at this is like, what the f is wrong with these people? Can you chill? How's Twitch chat the ones that are having trouble chilling today? This is a crazy person problem, LOL, not a trans problem. Exactly. Seriously. Again, any normie trans person would look at this and be like, what the f, okay? What you mean, we are chill. I'm just saying, chill, okay? Big Nick over here is really trying to edge. He's trying to push the envelope. Big Nick is the one who's trying to push the envelope, okay? Hell Doge says, hello, I am a normie trans person. These people scare me. Critical Theorist says, as a normie trans person, I can confirm. Yeah. No, I have a lot of normie trans people in my audience, okay? Nick catching strays again. Look, I'm just saying, y'all better watch out, okay? You better watch out, okay? Okay, anyways. Jesus Christ. No, did Nick get banned? Oh no. Okay, well anyways. Or did he get timed out? I don't know. Anyways, the Big Nick is known for making a video game called Domina, but he made super transphobic comments in a game update and got his Steam account banned. What the f? I can unban if you want? Yeah, just put him in like timeout for now. We'll see. We'll give it a little bit more time, okay? LOL, that loser. I have no idea about this person's lore. Let's keep them in the chat. I need to know their lore a little bit more. I want to know their lore, honestly. Okay, anyways, let's put them in timeout for like 5 minutes, that's all. Now he hangs around like a bad smell, damn. Okay, thanks, Testy. Make him write a 100-page paper to get unbanned, Jesus. Okay, sorry, I lost my place here. I've been drinking, blame the alcohol. No, you're all good, Testy. I appreciate you. Yet the reason I keep wanting to interact because I still love you and I still want you to do well and I still want you to be okay. Fuck, I still want you to come out in January so you can do your consultation, which I know you'll just skip. I just wish you would stop thinking so black and white about everything. I don't even know what I'm asking for anymore. I guess I'm just asking for you to reconsider everything and ask yourself, do I want Poppy in my life? Because everything you've done in the last 4 months have suggested that you don't, or that you don't know how to make me fit. From allowing your partners to abuse me, to your inability to hold boundaries, to the fact that you broke promise after promise. You keep saying the relationship was horrible, but again, it was that way because you made it that way. Whoa, 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 was she gonna be a therapist or I don't know. Sounds kind of like it, right? From allowing your partners to abuse me, to your inability to hold boundaries, to the fact that you broke promise after promise. You keep saying the relationship was horrible, but again, it was that way because you made it that way. You created your own self-fulfilling prophecy, just like every BPD person does. You sabotage this constantly, and I know you didn't do it intentionally, but holy shit, did you do it. I deserve better from you. not you running away. I deserve you taking responsibility for your actions. Real responsibility where you stay and you work through the problems, not just run away. And I deserved a girlfriend who genuinely loved me and was going to stick it out no matter what. You said you never had anyone love like me. Maybe that's the problem. Jesus. Lamau. Boundaries. Yeah. It sounds like you guys didn't respect Noehflake's boundaries. Big you girls vibe. Big vibes. Poppy says, Noe says, the January tickets were already canceled. I've been making plans on how to still get to my appointment. Poppy says, is that the only part of anything I said there that you were going to respond to? And I figured the January tickets were already canceled. I have very little hope right now. I guess respond as you see fit, but I would like responses to the things I said above, and I would like you to take ownership for your... Noe says, there's no hope left for us. It's over and done. My lips are dry. Yes, and whose fault is that? If it's so over and done, why the re-add? Why talk about friendship? Noe says, partially mine, partially yours, partially Penny's. No, most of it's yours. Jesus. Penny didn't do wrong other than speak the truth, and you could have broke up with her at any point. And the issues you had with Penny should have never come into our relationship, and the fact you thought they had to is nonsense. Noe says, it's clear with everything above and how you've been talking about me on Twitter that it's over with. Poppy says, it doesn't have to be over with, but you left me with nothing. Noe says, I never thought Penny had to come into our relationship. That wasn't on me. Poppy said, no, but just like Max decided to open their stupid mouth, Penny speaks up and defends for the people she loves. And yeah, she doesn't always do great at it, but you could have separated those two things out instead of punishing me for what she does. Noe says, I did. What a way to speak to your mother. True. So true. Left me with nothing, girl. Bye. LOL. Yeah. Wow. Poppy says, and as to how I've been talking about you on Twitter, I've said nothing but the absolute truth. You didn't separate out shit. You barely even cared about her or made time for her. Noe says, that's not true at all, but think as you like. Poppy says, if I can make one critique, is that it's basically an issue of neglect on her part. She got to watch you mistreat me and her sister while ignoring her. Haley, the difference between you and me is that I talk about my issues publicly. You try to obfuscate them by reposting a poem so you didn't have to deal with hidden comments. Noe says, so I get to be some big bad monster for all this, for everything. Fine, be blameless. Poppy says, I'm not blameless, but as I said, a majority of it falls on you. Noe says, I'm just not going to suffer abuse at your hands any longer. Goodbye, Poppy. Poppy says, I never abused you. Please stop running away. Can we at least keep this line of communication open? Noe says, why? So you can abuse me and my mental health more? Poppy says, I've never abused you. Noe says, for what? You have constantly. Poppy says, you're the one that continually stepped over my boundaries and somehow I am the one that abuses you. Noe says, and you stepped over mine constantly too. Poppy says, I have never once abused you. I called you out on the things that you needed to be called out. Not wanting to talk about an issue is not a boundary. It's you running away from a problem and not solving it. Can you please just show up for once instead of running and hiding? Stand up for yourself, Noe. Noe says, you used your knowledge to belittle me and break my boundaries constantly. I've no reason to show up. Poppy says, not at all. And the fact that you're saying that right now is disgusting. You have every reason to show up because it's the right thing to do. Noe says, the well has been poisoned since the beginning. Poppy says, yes, because of you. Noe says, and you. Poppy says, because you couldn't obey a simple boundary. Noe says, one I didn't know about? Poppy says, not at all. I didn't tell a story about my partner's that was filled with coercion and consent issues. It was a boundary I literally told you about at the beginning when you had your friend over to you had every knowledge of it, and I told you ahead of time. Why the are you lying now? You know I was hoping I could find some level of friendship. Noe says, it's not worth the trouble anymore. Enjoy your life. I have no interest in being friends either. All you do is treat me like absolute shit. Poppy says, but if you're just going to rewrite the past, I don't treat you like shit. I asked you to show up unlike everyone else in your life. Noe says, go rant about me on Twitter more. I've been getting messages about it and how bad it is. My people show up. You know nothing about them. Poppy says, yeah, they don't really, and they certainly never did with me. Mental combat. I've never abused you, you dumb bitch. Holy shit. Oh my god. This has to be when she started getting boosted with help online. Hell yes. Poppy is the most exhausting person in the universe. Holy shit. I don't treat you like whore. Yeah. Noe says, they did. Poppy says, I know enough. Amy was proof of that. Noe says, they comforted me the entire goddamn time. Poppy says, and as for the things I've been saying on Twitter, it's all absolutely true. Noe says, well, you threw abuse at me. Poppy says, I never abused you once. Noe says, you did, a lot. Poppy says, I didn't ever. Oh, here's a big tweet. 12/27 tweet. That was the last DM, I guess. Poppy says, so I was just in contact with my ex-girlfriend, Noehflake, and she unironically used Darvo on me. Oh, wow. Okay. She denied everything she did and refused to take responsibility for any of it, and then proceeded to turn it around on me and call me the abuser because I asked her to not step over my boundaries during the relationship. This is dishonest framing. You asked her to show up for something that she didn't want to show up for. Not about this boundaries thing. What the I never abused you, you bitch. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. This is madness. With so many personalities, you think at least one could have not been a bitch, yeah. What is Darvo? It's a tactic that abusers use. Deny abuse, reverse victim or something, I don't know. Deny, accuse, reverse victim, and offender. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Lamau, good job, Nick. Wait, what did Nick do? I didn't see. Okay. Jesus Christ. Welcome back, boss. Okay. This is after the 2024 updates to Twitter, Eric Baker. Okay, let me get back on this, okay? So Poppy says she denied everything she did and refuses to take responsibility for any of it, and then proceeded to turn it around on me and call me the abuser when I asked her to not step over my boundaries during the relationship. That's not what she's calling you the abuser for. That's not what she's calling you the abuser for, but okay, be dishonest. There's utterly no hope for being friends or even in each other's lives. God, this is disgusting. I should have looked at the red flags. All the signs were there for somebody who was going to be emotionally abusive and negligent. And rather than owning the fact that she stepped over boundary after boundary after boundary, she then turns it back on me and calls me the abuser because I asked her not to step out of my boundaries, such as not wanting to hear about her partners. She didn't even mention her partners once, by the way. Side note, she claimed that I never told her that boundary, and yet I did very early on in the relationship when she had a friend over to and tried to tell me about the things they did to her neck. And then goes out of her way to complain that I stepped over hers when all the boundaries were for her was a need for space, which I tried to give her, but she wouldn't actually ask for directly. Bro, you did not give her space at all. And to not bring certain topics up, even though they're topics that need to be solved. So instead, they just circled inside my head and were left just sitting in there and festering and rotting. God, the utter cowardice. I can't wait to cover this on stream and talk about the ways that a relationship can go up when the other person doesn't ever show up and actually allows themselves to be vulnerable and then uses Darvo at the end because they can't handle the shit that they did. Poppy gave her space by having Zena message Noe instead, or having one of her alters message her. And she adds a meme, ma'am, you are 45. She had the gall to blame Penny as a reason our relationship ended when she was a separate partner for her, and yet she can't hold to account her headmate, Max, who emotionally lashed out at both Penny and me multiple times. I think this is the first time I've ever said this because it's the first time I've ever felt it. I'm glad this relationship is over. I'm glad I'm done with her because I have never met a more toxic, cowardly person in my life. I gave her everything and she gave me nothing. I was open, upfront about my BPD and the things I struggled with, and she did the typical stigmatizing of turning it back around on me and calling me abusive because that's the current simple thing to do to evade responsibility. This is also crazy and pathetic on Poppy's part. Yeah, I agree. I have a tweet to show you guys later. Okay, anyways, sorry, back to this. This is cope because Poppy can't handle the fact that she could not control somebody for a change. Actual psycho behavior, yeah. I still feel used and like important for us to forever rob from me, whatever. Bonus points for the following. One thing I just realized in the relationship was a huge issue was reactive abuse. She would step over a boundary or cause a problem, or God forbid, one of her partners would do something wrong and she would defend it. When this happened, I would of course react, and then she would react poorly to my reaction. This created negative incentives for me to ever speak up about my needs or my boundaries, including when her partner lied. Holy, she's doing double negative Darvo. Hearing this really making me appreciate my very normal date today. Yeah, I hope it went well. This Liana person, the whole thing sounds very toxic. I know it hurts now, but you'll be better off without out there in the long run. Yeah, I realize that now, but it still hurts a lot and still sucks. Liana says, yeah, it sounds like someone wanted you to be a completely different person and then blamed you when you couldn't be. Then Poppy replies, more like she sold herself one way and turned out to be someone completely different. Then this person says, sorry, you have to go through this. Me too. Though I'm glad she showed her true colors in that message. The fact she turned it all around on me, despite the fact she basically couldn't hold to a single boundary and then called avoiding issues and conflict of boundaries is so utterly toxic. I really wish it showed who bookmarked tweets because somebody keeps bookmarking mine about my ex and it's very funny. I already know my tweets are being sent to my ex because she said as much. I wish people could just be open and not be two-faced to me. I had just had a conversation with one of my close dear friends as we were talking and I was describing about being used. She basically compared it to something I can too. I don't know if I agree with that, but the idea of being used just to see if someone still loves you really does feel gross, and I do feel used and violated. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how I feel about that in therapy today. Yay, more trauma. Oh, she's getting to the part where she calls this person a rapist. Why do I come back to seeing a wet furry crying in the shower? Showering only hurts now. This explains why Poppy doesn't shower. Oh my god. Poppy couldn't accept that she didn't love her. Yeah. This is weird. It's reminding me of my ex so much, but I always thought her walls of text were rational and justified. Now I'm just having second thoughts. Well, I don't think walls of text necessarily mean that somebody is, like, abusing you, right? Or that somebody has BPD or whatever. But, like, when it's to this extent, where it's, like, days upon days upon days of messages, it's crazy. You know, sometimes people just get, you know, have a lot to say, but yeah. The warm water only reminds me of the warmth of your body holding me tight. Showering only hurts now. Feeling like shards of glass going through my skin. Jesus Christ, dude. Where does the shower start and my tears end? Wise words from a dear friend. I wish you could too. Do you really think what she did to me was somewhere in the ballpark similar to... Yes, unquestionably. It's coercion at the very least. She literally put you under entirely false pretenses, basically lied about her emotions, and used your body to understand her own emotions with no consideration for you. Oh my god, she's getting gaslighted in real time here. The more I think of this, the more it makes sense with the feelings of violation and being used. Noehflake with me under false pretenses. This is a kind of... No wonder I feel so conflicted and so gross about the experience. It makes sense. Amy and Sora were at boundaries and consent, and even Haley couldn't answer basic questions about consent to ZZ. The whole group of them are unsafe. Then Star Panda says, why are people talking about so much on my timeline? Poppy says, I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm pretty sure my ex-girlfriend's actually me via being duplicitous. Wow. Why is a picture of a dinosaur included? I don't know. She will soon be level 43 gaslight. Yeah. This is them making excuses for getting rejected. I went off to catch a shower and dinner and come back to the psycho writing novels and posting Godzilla pics. I guess to appear threatening? Yeah. I still feel used, and like important firsts were forever robbed from me. At least I learned that sucking girl is fun, and apparently I'm okay at it. I need to work on that skill tree. Okay. As someone you know has a thing for firsts and RP stuff, I wouldn't put too much stock in it. I don't really put a whole lot of emotional weight onto the first time I had with, even though it was a big point in my life at the time. Poppy says, but I do. The act was special to me. Not only has it been tainted by the end of the relationship, but in hindsight, it is clear that it's happened under false pretenses, which violates the informed part of the informed consent. And it's going down. Yeah, that's a clippable moment. Like, what's a clippable moment? You know, since I came to the realization about what happened to me, I find myself in a place where I can actually feel calm again. All that manic energy and that fear that I have to meet someone's standard is gone. I deserve someone who's going to love me for me and not treat me terribly every time I have an issue with something. I deserve a partner who understands consent and understands why no's and yeses are so powerful. I deserve a partner who is willing to call out their partners when they f up or hurt somebody. And I deserve a partner who isn't going to use Darvo on me when I point out the horrors they put me through. Noehflake isn't some kind of monster, but I do think she's a deeply traumatized girl who has no real conception of what love is. And because she doesn't understand it, she can't see it when it's being given to her. And when she steps over boundary after boundary because of her undiagnosed mental illness, she does real harm and then gets mad at the person for pointing them out. This is not the behavior of an adult. An adult would go to therapy when asked. An adult would be willing to take into consideration the damage and harm they're doing by asking someone to drive 500 miles only to break their heart. You said it was 400. Now you're saying it's 500. This woman is the queen of lying and exaggeration. Oh, reading aloud the whole sucking girl and working on a skill trait. Why all the Godzilla pick? I don't know. Another side note about Dally the MW. When Noehflake was asked to deal with the situation, I initially asked for an ultimatum of her versus me, but I recanted that ultimatum because despite the fact that this person had lied to her and ended up aiding in me being suicidal, I didn't want the choice to be forced. The choice that was presented to my ex-girlfriend was that she can either choose to be with both of us, which would continue to degrade my mental health, or most likely force me to step back somewhat from the relationship, or she could choose to just go forward with me. In the end, she chose me, but as sweet as that sounds, the reality was that this decision took her a week to come to after being presented with objective data showing that the girl lied. Amy lied about blocking me and subsequently lied about wanting to reach out to me or even understanding or reading the letter that I sent to her. The first of these acts were things directly asked of her by her partner. And despite that fact that Haley had all the information showing that she lied and saw the negative effect she had on my mental health, she still waited a week to make the decision. Now here's the kicker. I have no idea if she ever actually did this. I have no evidence one way or the other. No screenshots. Her headmate, Max, gave me a transcript of what she sent over a voice message, but I have no idea if that was fabricated or not. As we decode this and figure it out, she's going to accuse her of cheating now too, and find more and more things that seem like she was dishonest about, it really does make me wonder if anything actually ever happened. So not only accuse her of cheating too. One of the things that prompted our final fight was that she quote tweeted Amy about one of those crossword puzzle meme tweets. She'd been explicitly asked by Penny to not engage with Amy in this way because of the harm she had done, but because of the mutual block I had with Amy, Haley assumed I wouldn't see it. But because Twitter's broken, you can see things that are blocked for just a few seconds. Not to mention, the blocked person appears on the right side when you're on desktop. My point with all this is that I operated on a lot of blind faith during that relationship, and I'm starting to think that it and I was taken advantage of long before I ever entered the hotel room. Oh, okay, this is to Noehflake. I was made to be loved, but not by you. Wow. Jesus Christ, dude, how much more reading do I have to do? Jesus. Okay. It is times like this when the loneliness sets in. I spent most nights talking to Noehflake while she worked. Now I'm just quiet. Most of my friends are asleep, and the bridge has been so incredibly burned that there isn't even a chance for friendship. Has Poppy heard of a journal? Like, you don't need to block this, yeah. I shouldn't even want that. This woman hurt me, betrayed me, used me, broke my boundaries and my consent. And yet, I still want her in my life. Like some bizarre addiction. Even though I know her being in my life, poison, I still miss her. I hate this feeling, this twisting of my guts, as I think about all the time we never got. The January trip, a future, her for giving me hope, for making me think she loved me, for lying, for using me. And yet, sometimes in a moment of weakness, I would give anything to fix it. Why couldn't you be the person you claim to be? Why couldn't you try and get in therapy? Why do you think it is okay to use Darvo on me? I hate this, all of it. The loving her, the hating her. It is all so tiring. One of the greatest tragedies of this situation is that Pepper loses an adult. Pepper is a child and wanted another adult out of headspace. She asked Haley to be her mom, and as soon as it became too complicated, she left this kid behind despite pathways proposed to allow her to continue the relationship. But with the consent issues, I don't think I would be comfortable with that. Yo, you can't talk about your child like it's a real child. What is wrong? This person needs to be in an asylum. This person is a weirdo freak. They are absolutely a freak. And I don't know that they should have their license, honestly. I don't think that they should have a therapy license. By the way, guys, if you like the content, please consider subscribing, super chatting, or becoming a member. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, continued. There are parts of our relationship that I will miss. Meme. Love when an ex-friend slips into ZZ's DMs and tries to tell them that missing the informed part of the informed consent isn't. If I believe we are under one agreement and that agreement was never true, I would have been manipulated to give consent. It's that simple. But you weren't manipulated to give. You knew how she felt. She told you a million times in messages that she wasn't sure if she loved you. Why would you assume that she loved you when she was with you? Pepper is a dog's name. Yeah, true. This is when cancel culture should step up and actually do their job. Damn. Lissy says, I agree. I think it's beyond that it took this long to really blow up. I think it's hard because you never know. Like, yeah, I think I would have covered such a show a while back if I'd known about it. What is that even a picture of? What, this? It's another Godzilla. Okay, Poppy says, here, let's cover consent. In my current situation with my ex, the area where my consent was violated is there's one above it. Oh, we already read that. It's a quote tweet. Oh, the one above it. Oh, this is like spider something, one of those spider people. Let's cover consent. In my current situation with my ex, Noehflake, the area where my consent was violated is the informed part of consent. I was under the impression that we were being intimate as a means to finally be together after 4 months of waiting, and because we were both heavily attracted to one another. In short, I thought it was just an act of love and lust. However, the next day when she walked out, she informed me that she had been there and everything she had done was to test if she was still loved me. She told you that she wasn't sure if she still loved you. I don't know why you were under any other impression. You're a f***ing idiot. She told you a billion times. The reality is that had I known that she was as a litmus test for her feelings, I never would have consented. Consent, freely given, reversible, informed, enthusiastic, specific. Okay, time for hardcore drugs now. Jesus. Poppy says, you can be abused through negligence by those who agreed upon taking care of you, especially for someone, plural, with a little alter. But she doesn't have to be an abuser. You don't have to showcase this to your audience, and you can get better from this. Ex-friend. So, someone can commit abuse through negligence, but that doesn't make them an abuser. Do I have that correct? Conclusion. Noehflake is a victim of thorough psychological/emotional abuse by two people who have a history of inflicting the same onto others, including their own adult child. Poppy pressured a disassociated, upset, and vulnerable Noe into recanting the breakup so Poppy could visit and with her. Noehflake placated Poppy until it was too much to bear and broke up for the final time, to which Poppy has retaliated by painting her as a rapist. Noehflake was promised that she could walk away if it didn't work out. Now she is being defamed, abused even further by not only Zena and Poppy, but the community they've weaponized. Jesus Christ. Noe was like, I blocked you, and Poppy's like, I love you so much. You love me too. I know it. You just need to say it. Why can't you say it? Yeah, crazy. Question, with headmates, what happens when the fronting headmate consents? Then what happens when those chilling in the spine don't? It's a good question, Maya.